What's up, everybody? Welcome to our live stream. Florida in 2020. What a crazy time to be in Florida. Right now, today, the 11th, 7/11. Today's 7/11. And today, Disney World opens its doors today here in Florida. And the city of Jacksonville has reached its 100th murder for the year. So I'm going to let you guys look at this real estate briefly. We're going to look at some affordable real estate and talk about what is going on in Florida on this crazy day. Guys, ready for it? Leave the volume up on that just in case. I want to verify when it comes back on. Just doing some tests here, guys. We're using new programs, new stuff, trying to figure out things. So I'm just trying to get familiar with what we're doing. Let's see. We have we got 12 people. Welcome, everybody. What's up? Say hello. Get in the comment section. Let me know who you are. We got 12 people watching. Who are you? Good. All right, cool. Microphone disable works. Turn it on. Awesome, guys. So we're set up. So here's what's going on in Florida now that we have 11 people watching. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to share our live stream on Facebook. And I'll show you guys some of the groups that I manage on Facebook. Naples Uncensored. So this is a group that I manage. We're going to share the live stream here. And it just gives us an opportunity to get more people who are not familiar with our channel to hear our live stream. I don't know how it's going to work. Let's find another group that I manage here. Today, Disney World opens its doors. World Bike Boat Party. Paradise of Pennies. Stephen Coe. You're in Cambodia, but you're from the USA. Cool. I got somebody live from Cambodia. Awesome. I have
Philippines in the house.
Philippines. All my P noise. What's up? You're watching from the Philippines. So we got Asia tuning in. We got Cambodia. We got the Philippines. What's up, y'all? We're going to look at some real estate today, and it's a crazy day in Florida. Today, Disney World opens its doors in Florida, and the city of Jacksonville has 100 murders today. Jacksonville is on track to claiming its claim of capital of murders in Florida. An unfortunate title. This is another group that I manage. I don't live in Montura Ranch Estates, but it's a community that I want to help, so I created a Facebook group for them. So I created this Facebook group for this little town in Florida, Montura Ranch, because I want to help the people that are there. Even though I don't live there, I created this group. We're up to 77 members, helping this little community with whatever they need. Somebody's giving away a goat or something, you know. It's a little community, and they didn't have a Facebook group for them, so I created one. It's a really great idea to help out towns and communities to create Facebook groups. So let's see what other groups I can share this live stream to so we can get new people watching with us. Coming to you from New Hampshire. Hey, what's up in New Hampshire? All right. We got people from all over the world watching us today. Good morning on this Saturday. I hope everybody's doing well. Lots of crazy things happening in Florida. We got somebody from the east side of Tennessee. Lisa, thank you. Welcome everybody on board on this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm going to share the live stream into a few of my Facebook groups that I manage, just so that we can have new people watching on board and try to grow the channel. It's really important if you try to grow your YouTube channel. And these are the groups that I manage, and there's also a few other groups that I don't manage. So I manage Montura, Naples, and I also manage Asociación Colombófila de Puerto Rico. This is a group that I manage that has 700 followers. So I'm just going to share it on here since I manage it. It's not really about Florida, but since I manage the group, I'll go ahead and it's a pigeon club of Puerto Rico, and I manage the group for them. So
we got Germany in the
wow,
house.
I got 8 Germany. What's up to everybody in Germany? We got 8 members requests. We're just gonna approve all these guys as long as they look like Puerto Ricans. I don't want people from other parts of the world because then they start to just mass post. We got a bunch of new members in the group, and I'll make sure that they behave. So yeah, it's really important to make sure you share all that, guys. it's a crazy day in Florida. Disney opens its doors. What do you guys think about Disney opening its doors today in the middle of record-breaking number of cases in Florida? Disney is opening their doors. I'm not going to give my opinion about it because life has to continue and all that, but I'm not giving an opinion. But what do you guys think? What are you guys watching? What do you think about Disney opening its doors today, considering that Florida is the epicenter of the world for this COVID thing, for whatever reason? What do you guys think? I'm going to share this on a few groups because I really want to get a lot of people into this conversation. I'm going to share it in this group here. Everything in Crystal River. By the way, Facebook groups are an amazing way for you to be able to. If I click on it, will I see it? Let's find out. Oh no! No! What's going on here? No. What's going on? Can you share it? Can I just go to the live stream and then share it that way? Would that work? Let's find out, guys. And I'm sharing the link, and I guess it says I got hijacked. So I'm live now. Let's see if I can share it like this. No. Okay, let's try this, guys, because I want to share the live stream on some Facebook group. Let's get some new people in this conversation going. We might end up with a bunch of haters, but you know how Facebook is? Facebook is like the world capital of haters. You know what I mean? Like, that's Facebook for you. So, let's try this again. Let's try to share it now in a different group. Let's go on to what's going on in Immokalee. Let's try that. And let's see what's going on in Immokalee. Winging it. Facebook can be so negative sometimes. You go on here, and the stuff you see, it's just like, this group's got a pretty good vibe going, though. Immokalee. Oh, they're giving away food. Look at this, guys. They're giving away food in Immokalee. They're also doing this in Miami. So, Broward County is also giving out food. So this is happening all over Florida. A lot of companies are really doing the best they can. People are out of work. The unemployment rates are out of this world. Lots of people are unemployed. I actually had somebody bring me some vegetables and some stuff to my house. Part of an organization that I belong to that's doing a good job. They brought me stuff. I was outside and they came, brought me stuff, wearing their mask. This is in Immokalee, Florida, here in Collier County where I live, and you can see that people are doing the best they can. The lines of people getting food, people really are out of food. It's crazy, but that's really the situation in the world right now. People are in line waiting for food. Terrible times, but Facebook can be pretty nasty. This group is pretty good. Facebook groups give you a great insight into a community. Immokalee's got some good Facebook groups. By the way, this is the Welcome to Immokalee, my hometown. They actually destroyed this Welcome to Immokalee sign. They put up a new one, and the people really don't like it. Was so cool. It was like the Welcome to Immokalee sign was like represented the town. I mean, and somebody, I guess a city came in, knocked down the Welcome to Immokalee, my home sign, which was beautiful and unique and iconic to the town, and they put in this new one that looks like garbage. It looks like the entrance to a funeral home or something type of thing. So let's try to share this here, and hopefully we can get more people. Let's see now if we can see the live stream. This might work. There we go. Awesome, cool. So hopefully they'll approve it. Let's see. Let's go to Bartow, Florida, and see what they got going on. But these Facebook groups are a great way if you're moving to Florida, or if you're exploring moving somewhere. These Facebook groups are an awesome way to just get to know what's going on in town. They'll really give you a lot of good insight. You'll notice that some of these Facebook groups are totally toxic. I'll go to one of these. I got kicked out of one group recently. I can't believe they still haven't kicked me out of this one. This is one of the most hateful groups. Let's see what's going on today. Comcast. Oh, by the way, if you're moving into a rural part of Florida, make sure you can get internet. It's really important. Guys, we'll have you looking for cable internet besides Comcast. I'm tired of paying $200 a month for internet. Wow. That's crazy. I pay $120, but I have the highest internet that I can get. Let's see what's going on here with... Can anybody recommend any anti-mold treatment? So this group, I guess they're trying to clean it up. This group was kind of toxic. Here's a neat one. This guy was going around passing out flyers in the Golden Gate Estates. and I guess people were concerned that they were actually trying to like steal or something. So it'll give you great. Look at this, yo. This was in the Golden Gate Estates. Look at the size of that bear, yo. Like in the Golden Gate Estates is one of the few places where you will see bears like out and about. Look at the size of that bear. Like, look at it. Isn't that crazy? Like, if you've been thinking about Naples, the Golden Gate Estates are awesome. Their Facebook group can be a little toxic at times, but where else can you see black bears? This person's seen 2 black bears in their front yard. Like, look at that thing. It's gigantic. So, yeah, the world has definitely changed. I just talked to family in Cuba, and they're telling me that they had to wait in line for 3 days in order to get, okay, here. I'm going to recommend my fishing channel to these people. He likes fishing on YouTube. I'm going to recommend my YouTube channel for fishing to these people so they can find fishing spots. I have a YouTube channel called Jose Likes Fishing, and it's all about showing people fishing spots. So if you like fishing, check out Jose Likes Fishing, and it's my fishing channel, and I show people fishing spots and all that. So if you like fishing, I'm up to 2,000 subscribers on this channel, and basically I just show people fishing spots. Like I just did top 10 best fishing spots, and I show people all these different fishing spots, just to help people. You know, it's a good hobby. Like this person here is concerned, please tell me a good fishing spot. I am forcing my son to get off his stupid Xbox and get some fresh air. Man, congratulations to Tina, good job. Get them kids off the Xbox. But yeah, this is Jose Likes Fishing, and I show people fishing spots, and I also did a lot of exploring on this channel. So if you want to know more about Florida and you've kind of already gone through my channel, this is another one of my channels that you should pretty much like. I show a lot of exploring on this channel too. Actually, this is where I first started doing Florida videos, was to the, oh no, another one. Why would they target me with, I can't afford a Bentley, I'm sorry. So yeah, check out my fishing channel, guys. Isn't this great? Look at this. You know, so if you like Florida and you want to see, it's just like Florida Hood Blogs in a way. We did a lot of Florida type stuff on this channel. So so Jose Likes Fishing. If you want to get more of us, go to Jose Likes Fishing, and you know, we explore fishing spots. We do a lot of cool stuff. So here's on a fishing trip me and Katie went on together here in Naples. So. And I do tell people exactly where these fishing spots are so that they can be able to enjoy. There's so much to do in Florida, especially if you like nature, if you like fishing, if you like getting out and about, you know. Check out Jose Likes Fishing when you get a chance, and subscribe to that channel if you're into it. If you're not into it, then don't, obviously. But we got 32 people on. And yes, World Bike Boat Party, the world has definitely became different. We got Glenn Smith in St. Augustine. What's up? St. Augustine, one of the most beautiful cities in Florida. Okay, so what we're doing, guys, I got carried away here. We're sharing our live stream on Facebook groups, and we might get some haters. So if you look through the comments and you see some haters, they probably come from Facebook. But we're gonna get some action going here with this live stream. Let's see, Florida man, that's funny. How about Lehigh Acres Community Bulletin? Let's see what's going on in Lehigh today. Can anybody, oh, these parties, man, you'll see so many of these bounce parties, so somebody's looking for, I guess, a birthday party or something. They do these bounce house parties, so this person's looking for that. Let's go ahead and share our link on here. And again, we may get some haters on the comments later on as these people tune into our live stream. But I just want to get the live stream out there and just expose it to new people. They might like it, they may not, whatever. They may have something they want to say, and they'll take this live opportunity to do it. Let's see what's going on in Lehigh. This guy's talking about his sentiments. Okay. Let's see what's going on in Lehigh. This was a horrible, sad case. You might have heard about it on the news. Very sad how a simple dispute just got out of control and ended people. Very sad. And also the city of Jacksonville reached its 100th murder. Violence in Jacksonville is out of control. And they do this thing in Jacksonville where they don't just do drive-bys. They kind of do what they kind of hop out is what they call it, and they hop out and they chase people down. So it's not just drive-bys anymore. Now they actually hop out, and it's more deadly than just a drive-by. So that's happening in Jacksonville in a scary scale. A lot of these shootings are multiple people, so it's very much out of control. Here we have somebody complaining about garbage in Lehigh Acres. How people just leave garbage all over the place. And let me tell you what, Lehigh Acres, there's garbage all over Lehigh Acres. It's depressing. It really is. And this person's on this Facebook group voicing their concern about garbage in Lehigh Acres. So let's see here what else we got. Good morning. Did anyone see the low-flying airplane? They spray for bug spray. So I'm sure somebody's telling mosquitoes. They spray for mosquitoes. So if you move to Florida and you see these low-flying airplanes at night, they're usually spraying for mosquitoes. We got Audits of Freedom. What's up, Audits of Freedom? What type of trouble are you getting into lately, huh? Yeah, buddy. We're just seeing what's going on in Florida. Okay, somebody wants to get rid of I guess some garbage bags. See, this is what I do for a living, so I could have actually hopped on this one, but somebody will hop onto it and pick it up. But definitely Sandy Davison complaining about getting rid of some garbage. That's what I would do. That's what I do for a living. I pick up garbage, but I'm not interested in doing it right now. We're doing a live stream. So yeah, let's see what other of these groups I'm in. Oh, this is a nice, by the way, the beach is not, well, there's 71,000 members in this group. Guys, the beach is not the only thing Florida has going for it. Look at these natural springs. This group is awesome. I definitely recommend you join this group. Florida Spring Hunters. 71,000 members. That's a massive group. The beach is not the only thing that's going on in Florida. You have these natural springs, and they're absolutely beautiful. And they're all over North Florida. They're clear water. The temperature is usually cool. They're usually in the shade. They're usually not crowded. So there's a lot more. There's a cottonmouth in one of the rivers right there. He's running. You better run. Yeah, buddy, you better run. Look at that snake. Oh, he's grabbing it. Oh, no, he's grabbing it. What are you doing, buddy? That's crazy. Oh, he's not. Oh, he's bothering it. Oh, he threw it at his friends. That's not cool. Man, but they have a lot of fun out there, guys. They really do have a lot of fun. These natural look at the alligator. And people swim in these things, by the way. Look at that alligator. But people do swim in them. And we swam in one of these. Now, don't do this in South Florida. This is in North Florida on the springs. So what spring is that one on? In Silver Springs. There's a lot of alligators in Silver Springs. Yeah, because it's near the Ocala Forest. So would you swim in a spring knowing there's alligators in it? Let me ask you guys that. Audits of Freedom, you better be out. You better behave, man. You always look. You like trouble, buddy. You out there running up on the police with your camera. I quit doing that, bro. I don't want no trouble. You're not gonna win. You know, like they have power. They're gonna use it. But I mean, I follow your videos too, so I know you have a lot of subscribers. I follow you too, so welcome on board. And I hope you just stay out of trouble and everything works out good for you, buddy. I mean, I know what you do is kind of scary because I've done it to a degree before. So, but my thing now is just teaching people about Florida. These natural springs are awesome. They really are. So there's more to Florida than just the beaches. Like you can live inland, not have a beach nearby, but have these natural springs. So they're just as fun as the beach. They're just as scenic. So do not be afraid to look into these natural springs. So
we had a blast when we did it.
We had a blast. I really did. It was a different experience than the beach. It's much more. It's a better experience. I mean, you can't really look underneath the water and look at this. Those are bass. Those are Silver Glen Springs. So this one's called. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Tell me you would not want to be in that water right now. This is here in Florida. You know, they give the beaches so much publicity, but these natural springs are just as fun. I like the springs more than the beach.
Thank you, Juju B. She just donated.
Awesome. We got a donation. $2. Yay! Juju B, welcome on board. Thank you. Let's thank you so much. And let's put a heart emoji on that. Thank you so much for your support. We are really trying hard for you guys. Let's put a heart. Let's put a bunch of hearts. Thank you so much for your donations. It makes a huge difference in our lives. We are looking at real estate, and the reason we're really looking at real estate. Really, I mean, I can't say too much, but we are really, really looking at real estate. Now, I'm not going to share it on this group because my link, I'm not going to share it on this group because obviously it's about Springs, and this is not about Springs, so we can't do it. But I do look forward to the day that I can do a live stream from one of these Florida streams. Let's see what other groups I'm in that I can share. Whatever. We're not even getting that many. We haven't even picked up that many people on the live stream. We're up to 41. That's pretty cool. I don't know how many are watching. If you picked up our live stream on a Facebook group, let me know. I want to see if this works. Katie, can you do me a favor? Go to Leaving California and share the link of this live stream on that group. There's actually a Facebook group called I live in St. Pete. It's getting crazy. Yes. So let me show you guys something. See, I'm going to show it. Jake, welcome on board, Jake Snakes. The reason it blocked your message is because you use this word right here, the S word. So if you're commenting and using those type of words, you might see it on your screen, but it actually blocks it. So thank you guys so much. We got $2 so far on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Like, every dollar makes a difference. We're looking at real estate. I want to say more, but I can't. I just want to let you guys that hopefully in the near future we're looking at a house under $80,000. I have to leave money on the side for emergencies, and we're hopefully moving soon. I wish I could tell you guys more, but I can't. Figure it out, man. This is $80,000. We already clicked the heart on this one. The thing is that in real estate, it's not that the prices are going up so much as the inventory is not sitting on the market for as long. The inventory is it's flying off the market. Give me a second. I'm going to drink some water. Soak this in, guys. What do you think? 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Almost half an acre. $80,000. I'm not a big fan of mobile homes, but I will tell you this. A home is just a place to live. This thing has a metal roof, and it's got nice siding, so I don't have to worry about mold. I mean, if the walls are good like they are here, beautiful siding, and a metal roof, you don't have to worry. Homes are a temporary place to live, and we're going to have to start. We've lived in Naples for 20 years. Yeah, it's okay. I don't care. Jake, it doesn't bother me. I'm just letting you know so that... Hey, you're watching from Homosassa. Mike, you're watching from Homosassa. I hope to be your neighbor soon, my friend. I want to get out of Naples. And we're decided now. We really are decided that we want to get out of Naples. And I would love to be around the Homosassa area. I just have to wait now. It's a waiting process. I wish I could tell you guys more, but I can't. Because I can't. I'm excited. There are hopefully big things happening in our future. I just can't elaborate too much. What do you guys think about this home that I saved? And again, it's not that the prices are high. It's that the inventory is moving quickly. So this will not be here in 5 days. I can guarantee you that. But look at this house. It's got almost half an acre. It's an Inverness. Inverness? No, it's not an Inverness. Yeah, it's an Inverness. Let's see where it's at. Give me a second, guys. Let's see where we're at. Okay, it's in Inverness. Let's see where it's at. Oh!
Okay, this house is on South Pleasant Grove in the Highlands. So, it's right outside the main areas, near a state park. That's neat. What kind of state park is this? Oh, looks cute. So it's near a park. That's a good thing to have near you. It means, oh, there's hiking trails. So there's something to do near your house. Especially in a pandemic like that, that's really good. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Okay, let's see what other houses are in the area. '85 in Crystal River. That looks pretty to me. That's why I clicked on it. Yes, I do look like it's decent.
Oh man, it's hot outside.
The bathroom is pretty nice. Kitchen, it's okay. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, but it looks functional. Let's see. A little lanai. That's always nice in Florida. And it's screened in. That's good. But let's see some more. What do we got?
Click on
This one?
No, yeah, that one was on the market and it went off. That was on the market. Click on it. So this one supposedly was pending, but it's back on the market again.
Let's see what it's all about. Look at that roof. That roof is a newer roof. And in Florida, that's something to look at. Because you're going to need to inspect that. Because maybe it was just an old roof, or maybe there were some issues. So that has a lot of curb appeal. Let's see. Jose's obviously seen it, but I haven't. Okay, I do kind of like the space. It seems very open. Nice. Looks like it's in good shape.
Is that the one that went back on the market?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Real nice. I don't think Gas and I would get along.
Yeah. Can I hop back in there real quick?
Yeah, I just want to see this in completion. Nice. It looks like a really nice space.
It's outdated. Look at the colors on that. Totally outdated.
Yeah, but that could be fixed simply. Okay, Jose's gonna show you some more property.
Alright, we're gonna look at some stuff here. Let me get in there. Get in there real quick, guys. Alright, so yes, we are kind of looking at real estate and stuff, guys. We got 44 people on board, and yes, Mike, very excited to be here right now. So, let's see what we have saved. Homosassa. Yeah, buddy. We got somebody watching from Homosassa. This one's in Homosassa. It's on an acre. Ooh. Whoever did the work here kind of butchered it, didn't they? Nice island. Look at the ceiling. What is going on there? Man, they really butchered this house. Oh my gosh, they butchered it. Look at that. And then look at that, and then look at this. They really butchered this house. Wow. Look at the craftsmanship. Oh my. This is hard to look at. This is the worst craftsmanship. This is the worst craftsmanship I have ever seen. Oh, and they have, why do they have a mirror just on the side of that tub? That is creepy. Maybe I can see the purpose. Maybe somebody like disabled, they're using it to shave or something. I don't know. They butchered this house, man. What? Oh, look at that though. That building in the back. Look at that. That's probably worth more than the house. That is I stayed in one of those for Hurricane Irma. One of these buildings. they're basically indestructible. The wind can't pick them up no matter what because it's round, so the wind can't get an angle on it to lift it up. So I stayed in one of these for Hurricane Irma. Wow, that building is worth more than the house probably. Look at the yard, nice big acre. But they butchered that house. I mean, they really did. We got 43 people on board. What do we got here, guys? Ask some questions. That would be awesome. From St. Augustine, cool. Hey, we got 2 people watching from St. Augustine. We got somebody in Michigan. What's up, Michigan? Deltona, I will. People keep asking me about Deltona. Guys, I am not able to travel right now, so hit the like button. Please hit the like button on this live stream. Let YouTube know that you like my video by hitting the like button. So, yeah, this house, I mean, the building is really nice, and the fact it's an acre is nice, but the craftsmanship of this house, I've never seen a worse butchering job. Look at the, everything is this, he butchered this. Whoever did this was angry at the world. I mean, look at that up there, look at that. Dude, this person was angry at the world when they were remodeling this house. I couldn't be this bad if I couldn't butcher a house this bad if I was like, let's purposely try to butcher this house. It's the craftsmanship. How did they get a commercial refrigerator inside of a mobile home? And then like they went overkill on the appliances. They have like $10,000 worth of kitchen appliances. Like, they really went overkill on the appliances on this one. Very interesting property. You can definitely tell. I would love to meet the person who worked on that house. That's cool. Tampa, New Jersey, Indiana. What's up? Where are you watching from? Still looking at Port Charlotte, but taxes seem a bit high. Yeah, I mean, everything's a trade-off. Actually, I'll show you something near Port Charlotte that we saved. Let me see if I can find it. I saved the house in Port Charlotte. Not in Port Charlotte, in Punta Gorda. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Oh, here, this one, look. If you're looking, I don't know what your price range is, but if you're looking for affordability, this one is actually in Punta Gorda on Tabor Street. Now, Punta Gorda is better than Port Charlotte because this is where everything's at, but it's a trashier looking street. I can already tell just by the street that it's kind of a trashier street. So there's Punta Gorda. A very nice downtown district. It's one of the nicest downtowns. And not only is it nice, but it's also active. And that's really important because a lot of these downtown districts are totally dead. Naples has a good downtown, and so does Punta Gorda. Punta Gorda's downtown is very active. You can see it gets packed. So it gives it a cool vibe. And especially for people that are a little bit maybe in their 40s or 50s. Not exactly young people partying. You're talking people having wine or a shot of wine or whatever outside of a restaurant, you know? Punta Gorda has gotten really expensive because it's a small place and it's all like big houses on the water, and then they're surrounded by this natural wildlife area. This little area back here is really affordable. It's kind of trashy. You can just tell just by looking at Google Earth, like this is going to be trashy here. You can tell this little area is kind of trashier. It's an older little house. But, well, anyways, let's look at the house that we're looking at on Tabor Street, right across. It's a great location. The street itself, you know, it's a small little street. There's the house right there. You know, it might flood. It looks like a low-lying area. But it's a nice little house. It's nothing fancy, but $80,000, is that what it is? $80,000 in Punta Gorda. This is almost an impossible find, guys. This is pretty much an impossible find. $80,000 in Punta Gorda. I wouldn't live in Punta Gorda because it's so similar to Naples and I'm so burned out. But look, people walking their dogs and stuff, you know. I mean, it's people walking their dogs. I mean, that's a good sign. It looks kind of, you know, like retro. It looks kind of trashy. I'm not gonna lie. It looks trashy. There's an air conditioner on a shed, so maybe somebody's living in it or something. Who knows? It's not the cleanest little neighborhood, but it's right by downtown Punta Gorda. You know, like, it's a great little area. Like, you know, Punta Gorda's expensive, so this is kind of like on the east side of Punta Gorda. You can tell it's trashier. I mean, it's not the fancy side of Punta Gorda, but it's a good find. So if you're still looking into Port Charlotte, this might be good for you. because MI Jeep is looking at Port Charles, and I don't know what price range you're in, but if you're looking for affordability, that's pretty much it. Okay, the comments are flying. Let me look. We got somebody from Newark. Big Lou is in Newark. What's up to everybody in Newark? Watching from the smallest state. Is that Rhode Island? That's a small state. I saw somebody from Rhode Island for the first time in Florida. I seen a Rhode Island license plate. I mean, it really is a small state. It's tiny. Rhode Island is nice. It's different than the rest of the Northeast. Little Dominican Republic. Really? Are there a lot of Dominicans in Providence? That's cool. I would love to go there if there's Dominicans there. They got good food. You know that? I'm thinking of moving to Florida, but kind of disappointed the prices are going up. Yeah, the prices are definitely going up. Not only are the prices going up, but the real estate is not lasting too long. This is a good one, guys. It's a good town. The neighborhood is a little rough. The immediate vicinity is a little rough, but this is a good find. It really is. In Punta Gorda, it's a good find. It's older, whatever. It's not perfect, but it's got a big nasty shed in the backyard. I would just plywood over this and stucco over it, and it would look like new. Because if you try to take this apart, this thing's gonna fall. It's a big yard too. It's 171 by 93. It's a good sized lot. It really is. It's not a bad sized lot. That's a good find, so I saved it for myself. That's a good one. Here's a nice one. This one's in Alabama. Let me show you guys what Alabama's about. Let's find it. Middle of nowhere. Near a big, beautiful lake. And by the way, there's money here. This is Alexander City. This is between, here's Montgomery, here's Birmingham, here's Atlanta. It's a triangle between these three cities. Here's Atlanta, Birmingham, Montgomery. It's right in the middle, Alexander City. Katie, yeah. Come here. Having a little bit of acid reflux today. I don't know why. Sorry, guys.
Huh?
Break this one out for him. This one, frozen.
Okay, this is the one I really like.
Alabama.
Yes.
$60,000 in Alabama. Look what you get in Alabama.
Yeah, I love this. See how open it feels with that window like that? It just feels very open. Yeah, it may be a little 70s feeling.
Yeah, show them the rest of it. Show them the rest.
But, wow, look at that. That's beautiful.
It's on over an acre. Look at the ceiling. Real wood ceiling.
I like this a lot.
Look at that.
I love the
ceiling. Yeah, I love it. Totally love it.
The house that I grew up with in Michigan that my papa ended up buying from my parents had that, and I always loved that. Beautiful. I like this. The trees are very large. I like an area with a lot of large trees, and look at that. That's beautiful.
But Alabama, you got to pay a 6% taxes. You got to pay taxes in Alabama.
Yep.
6% taxes.
That's something we have to decide if we want or not.
Yeah, it's far out too.
Yeah.
I kind of want to stay in Florida.
Yeah.
But let me get in there real quick.
Sure.
Sit over here.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Alabama. Look at this one, guys.
Oh, yeah, this one in Hawthorne. This is one I really like. It's a weird home, to say the least. But look at that lake. That is what makes it worth it. That beautiful, beautiful lake.
Low property taxes.
Low property taxes. It's like outside is horrible. But look at that nice lanai. Very beautiful. Little swing. You can look at the lake. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of paneling.
Yeah.
Paneling and wood. The kitchen is just awful. It would need a gut job. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Alabama schools are terrible. Yeah, we don't have children. And if we did, we would probably homeschool, so I'm not worried about schools. But this house is in Florida. It's pretty, it's, the thing is, this house is cluttered, like really cluttered. This is a place you'd have to look at in person before you bought it. I really don't know what to think of this house. I like it and I see what it could be, but it's something you really would have to look at in person. It is a house. It's not a mobile home. So, and then that view. You can be on your little rocking chair swing, looking out at that lake. You can go fishing. That's what makes that would make it a good property for someone looking for that calm lifestyle. Okay. What are you guys saying? Okay, that's... I don't even know what to think. Okay. There are some interesting comments here. It's like you guys are really having a conversation in the comments. Great. Okay, what else do we got? Why don't we do a new search? You guys are always talking about the panhandle, so let's look at some panhandle real estate. Pensacola. Do you guys like Pensacola or Tallahassee more? $75,000 in Pensacola. Let's see what you can get. Half an acre. No photos. Yeah.
Pensacola's trashy. My sister worked there. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I just talked to my sister about Pensacola. She lived there for a while. She said it was a disgustingly horrible city. Not good for Latinos either.
No. It's either expensive or you get nothing.
I hate to ruin it for people if you're thinking about Pensacola. I hate to ruin it to you. I just talked to my sister about Pensacola last night. She lived there because she worked there for a long time. She said it was a hateful, not good for Latinos. She dealt with people discriminating her for being Latino. She said it's an ugly, nasty city.
Ugly.
And I know a lot of you guys are looking at it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
If you're looking for normal, everyday people, this is probably not the city for you. I know a lot of people are looking at beach life, and yes, it is close to the beach, but what are you going to have to deal with once you're there? Are you going to have to deal with prejudice or anything like that? And that may not be the best place for you. There are many places in Florida that are good, that you will enjoy, and maybe you haven't thought of yet. And being on either the Gulf or the Atlantic coast is not the only Florida out there. It's not all beach town and Disney. There is so much more. And if you like water, you don't necessarily have to be at the beach or on the coast. In like North Florida, there are cool springs. Why don't we look at the springs now? Okay, Jose,
What's up, baby?
I need you to watch the comments.
What's going on here? What do they say? Block it. You can just block. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ignore it.
We're
Ooh,
gonna.
That's pretty for $600,000. What makes that $600,000?
Yeah.
What makes that $600,000?
Okay, what I'm gonna show you right now. This is something you can look at for your family. There are many springs in the state of Florida that you can look at for your family that your family might enjoy. And you might enjoy this more than the beach. Let me put in one near Ocala. So if you're looking at Lake Ocala, this is what you're looking at. Crystal clear water you can swim in. Look at that. That's beautiful. People are swimming and enjoying it. You can kayak this, canoe it. This is beautiful.
It's horrible. It's horrible. What a horrible place to be.
How is it horrible?
It's horrible. Let me get it real quick.
Okay.
Stay nearby.
Of course.
That Starbucks did not agree with me.
Did not agree with me either.
Oh man, they messed up our Starbucks today, guys. Oh, I got sick from it. Sorry, Jose's back on the Starbucks. There's only so much Starbucks your body can handle before it decides to try to kill you. So sorry about that. It's not bad at all. I'm just joking, guys. Okay, we got somebody in Carrollwood, South Florida, still dangerous. Depends on the spot, really. The West Palm Beach is probably the worst of it. Yeah, I got sick from the Starbucks, guys. I'm sorry. I kind of had to run away. There's only so much Starbucks your body can handle. And actually, I'm allergic to what I have at Starbucks. And I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I can't help it. I violate my diet. I'm not supposed to have milk, and I had a green tea frappuccino with light ice and whipped cream, and I'm not supposed to have that. So I'm not surprised my body said nope. Yeah, so I'm selling my property hopefully soon and getting to North Florida. Guys, Pensacola, on the real. My sister worked in Pensacola, and she said she hated it. She said it was a dark, grimy place. The beaches are actually pretty far from the town. She didn't like it at all, and she lives here in Naples. So she said the beaches are way over here, but the town's over here. So she said overall it was a sad, depressing town that looked very hood and felt very hood. She didn't like living there at all. She was there for, I think, 3 to 6 months at least, working for a store. She's a manager, and I guess they're opening up a new store there. And she said she didn't like it. Excuse me. Yeah, she said she did not like it at all. She said it was like a hood, grimy. It felt depressing and sad and hood. She said it was the most depressing place she's ever lived. So she didn't like it at all. She said it feels hood and depressing, and the houses are all like dark and kind of grimy looking. She didn't like it at all. She really didn't. And it looks pretty hood from whatever I landed at now. It looks pretty hood. So if you're thinking about Pensacola, it's Uh, I don't like it. It may be for you, but she said as a Hispanic, if you're Hispanic, I definitely wouldn't recommend. She said she dealt with a lot of direct racism. Like directly, somebody would tell her, "Hey, you're not like me. I'm better than you." She didn't like working there at all. And in fact, there are not too many Latinos there at all. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach are bad. Lard Ghetto, I guess some people call it that. I've seen that before. Man, that Starbucks killed me, bro. I know I shouldn't have it. That's the thing, but... And I'm not used to being up this early. I'm trying to get my sleeping schedule in order, so I actually woke up early today. But especially West Pensacola, I hear West Pensacola is really bad. Haven't been there yet, but I hear it's Sherwood. That's got to be ghetto. No, it's not. Not too ghetto. The name Sherwood sounds hood to me. Doesn't it sound hood? Well, anyways, like I said, my sister worked there, and I just extensively talked about Pensacola with her recently. We sat down, I asked her, what do you think about Pensacola? And she told me her experience working there, and she did not like it at all. She said it was trashy, it was hood, grimy, sad, depressing, and that's exactly what these Google images show here. So I didn't like Pensacola. We drove briefly through there one time. That's about it. But my sister definitely, she said she did not like it there. And she said that as a Hispanic there, I'm pretty sure there aren't too many Hispanics. Let's look at Pensacola. Pensacola demographics. I don't think there's that many Latinos there to begin with. Let's see here. Latinos are 5% of the population. So when a place in Florida is only 5% Latino for a big city, that's very low. We got 54 people on board. So what's up, everybody? Yeah, and hurricanes do go through Pensacola pretty bad too. Hollandale Beach, Hollywood. Look, here's the thing about this whole East Coast. You guys are back at the East Coast again. Somebody said Hollandale. That's around here. There it is. Oh, sorry. Hollandale Beach. When you're right on the beach, it's beautiful. Okay. When you're right on the beach, the usual Southeast Florida. Okay. Then you have the intercoastal. So these houses right here on the intercoastal, like right there, are going to be very fancy. Okay, so we're in intercoastal now. Let's see if we can drop into some intercoastal community. So in the intercoastal is going to be nice houses. You can see these are nicer areas. But as you head further inland, it deteriorates very fast. The same thing can be said about Hollywood. Let's find Hollywood. Hollywood is right here. So you have the beaches, and Hollywood isn't that fancy along the beach. It's kind of older, nastier looking buildings, so you can kind of... It's not really impressive, and it floods there along the beach. There's like street level flooding during high tide. So here's Hollywood Beach. Look at that, guys. Who would not want to be there right now? Look at that. That's Hollywood Beach for you. The buildings along the beach are kind of old. It's an older beach area. It's not newer. So you got, Broward County and Palm Beach County have the best beaches in Florida. I don't care what you tell me. What's this guy doing? Look at that. Who would not want to be there right now? I know I would. So as soon as you go like past the intercoastal, right by the water, you have beautiful neighborhoods, nice areas. Beautiful big houses right there near the water, right? Look at this one. All right, but then you go a little further in, okay? And what happens when you go further in is that it becomes hood. So that's pretty much that's the layout for the entire East Coast. So on the water, you got the beautiful beaches, and you got some nice neighborhoods, and then you go a little further inland, and it gets a little grimier. I'm sure it's going to get grimier around here somewhere. It turns a little grimier, Let's see if we can find... And don't let the palm trees fool you. Some of these neighborhoods are rough, man. Like, let's just find that something. Yeah, this is probably rough around here. How about... Oh, that looks rough. So, yeah, this looks rough. Look at this, guys. It's the hood. And that's the story of Southeast Florida. Maybe Hollandale or Hollywood or Boynton or all these towns along the East Coast. That's what you get. This is the hood out here. Definitely the hood. So along the beach, beautiful. The neighborhoods right near that are nice, but then you go further inland and it just kind of deteriorates. And by the time you get to about Interstate 95, it just gets worse. Now there are pockets that are better. Like this pocket here has pools and stuff. You know, Hollywood, there are pockets that extend, but usually the further out you go, the crappier it gets. And that's the story of maybe Hollandale. Any of these neighborhoods are all the same. You got some really nice stuff right on the water, you know, and then you go further out, it gets worse. And if you're living here in these nice areas, look at that. This is Fort Lauderdale. It's nice when you're here, but then you go a few miles inland, and it's a whole different world. It really is a whole different world. And that's how you can summarize. See what I mean? See how quickly that deteriorated? And that's Fort Lauderdale, Hollandale, the whole East. Why would you move with? Let's be honest. Southwest Florida, unless you really want that inner city vibe, Southwest Florida is better. The prices are better. There's less crime. There's less grimy neighborhoods. Let me read through some of these comments. How are Latinos viewed in Florida? Depends on what area, bro. Like, if you're in Southeast Florida, you're the majority. If you're in North Florida, you're the minority. So, Latinos love Florida. We're part of the culture. I went to West Palm Beach Island last year during my trip. It was so good there. Yeah, it's nice in Palm Beach Island. Let me show you Palm Beach Island. But again, it's the same thing. And it's so expensive. Like, look, I'm honestly going to tell you. From Palm Beach Gardens to Miami, it is so overpriced. Why would you want to, like, unless you're like Latino or Russian or something and you really want to be in that environment, I don't get why you would want to be part of this, you know, or extraordinarily wealthy and want to be in the nicer areas. Okay, look, Palm Beach Island is beautiful, okay? But let's be honest, this is for the ultra wealthy. It's a beautiful place to visit, Palm Beach Island, by the way. It's a good place to vacation. Beautiful place if you're ultra. I mean, Donald Trump has a house here. When Donald Trump has a house here, that lets you know it's a very prestigious place. All right? So this is Palm Beach. Look at this. It's a good place to vacation. It's a great place if you're ultra millionaire and you're going to live the most luxurious lifestyle imaginable on the face of this planet. Or if you're vacationing. But to actually live there, you can't live. If you're not a multi-millionaire, you can't live on the island. You have to live inland. And then you have neighborhoods like where I'm about to land right now, north of downtown West Palm Beach, that are just grimy, drug-infested hoods. They're just, and the people are not friendly, by the way. And not only are they crappy neighborhoods, because like there's places that have crappy neighborhoods, but the people are friendly. This is a really hostile place. The people are hostile, they're rude. It's just a crappy place to be. I'm going to be honest. I don't like West Palm Beach at all. The people are so rude on the east coast of Florida. They really are, all the way up and down. Some pockets of Miami are friendly, but overall people are rude. Let me go back to you guys' comments real quick. Give me a minute. No, Boca is different. Boca is different. Boca is one of the few places that are very nice all throughout. Boca, the entire city limits of Boca is nice. There's nothing grimy inside of Boca, and it's probably the only spot up and down. I'm going to venture to say all up and down the East Coast, Boca is the only spot that's nice. And I'm talking within city. I'm not talking like there's spots like Sandalfoot. I hear this is pretty crappy out here. But it's not within city limits. Like, I hear this is grimy. It's got a Boca. It says Boca Raton on the address, but it's not within city limits. It's a Boca address, but it's not within city limits. So I hear the Sandalfoot area is kind of trashy, but within city limits, what you see inside of that right there, that red, within city limits of Boca, everything is nice. Boca is on par with Naples. Okay? So, if you're thinking about Boca, it's nice. If you can afford it. I'm going to be honest. I think Southeast Florida and South Florida in general is so overpriced that it doesn't make it worth my while. My personal opinion is that it's so overpriced that it just isn't worth it. Does anybody feel the same way? Comment. Do you think it's the same way? Oak says, what is the best place in North Fort Myers? A best place in North Fort Myers? How about not North Fort Myers? Alva's good. Look, I'm going to be on. Oh, you mean like North. You don't mean. Robbie, I'm doing good. I had Starbucks this morning, and it was probably a bad idea. I kind of lost my breakfast. I know that's kind of cruel and kind of nasty to talk about, but yes, there's only so much Starbucks your body can handle, and I pretty much had an overdose of Starbucks. My body is saying no more Starbucks. It's too much. Can't do it anymore. So my voice is kind of sounds messed up right now. But anyways, Boca, what were we talking about? I forgot. Oh, Fort Myers. Okay. If you're gonna be in Fort Myers and you want something, Alva's nice. Okay. It's a rural community, and so is Olga. They're nice rural communities, beautiful areas. When you say North Fort Myers, this is North Fort Myers. Okay. And within North Fort Myers, out here is nice, out in the woods. But when you say North Fort Myers, you're usually referring to this right here. And unfortunately, to be honest, and I know there's great people in this area, there's too much homelessness, there's too many drug addicts, and there's some downright scary areas in North Fort Myers, like Pomona Park. This in here is trashy. Like, really trashy. Like, and again, good people trying to raise their families. I'm not criticizing the people. I'm just saying, look at this. You can't label this as nice. So when you say North Fort Myers, you're referring to the city of North Fort Myers and surrounding areas. If this doesn't describe North Fort Myers, I don't know what does. Soak this in for a minute, guys. This is North Fort Myers. You know? Soak that in. That when you say North Fort Myers, you're referring to this. And there's Suncoast Estates, which is it's mostly white area. This whole area is white. All this are white hoods in here. Then there's Suncoast Estates. Let me find that. Oh, this here, Suncoast Estates. This area is so grimy. It's just depressing. Pretty much old mobile homes from like the 60s and 70s. Pit bulls on the front yard, clothes on the clothesline, scrap metal as an occupation or income source. People on drugs, very sad place. I'm not saying there are not good people here trying to live with their families. I'm not talking bad on the people, but in general, as an area, it is a crappy area. So I'm sure you're talking about like Olga, that's a different story. Now, once you get on this side of 75, it's nice out here. So anything, let's say north of the river, anything east of 75 is really nice out here. It's all beautiful country roads, big yardage, and it's expensive. So all this is nice. All this is nice. Basically, anything along 80 heading to LaBelle is nice country areas. It's all nice. Beautiful little rural communities, you know? Country areas. I'm sure that's what you were referring to. I would love to live out there. If I were you, I'd go for it. Let me look through some of these comments. I'm missing a lot. Tampa avoids them hurricanes. Yeah, Tampa has been lucky with hurricanes. St. Augustine, the oldest city. Yeah, St. Augustine's awesome. Clearwater is cool, but way overpriced. Overpriced. Orlando's underrated. I think it's overrated. I'm sorry. Hialeah is 100%. No, look, Jack Rock. I'm gonna show you. It's blocking it right now. Okay. I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna show your comment. Okay. And again, if you use profanity, it's going to block your message. They don't want profanity on live streams. St. Augustine is amazing. All right, guys. So Hialeah. Let me explain Hialeah to you guys. It is the least diverse city in the country. 200,000 people. At least 97% are Hispanic. Then you have 3% white. There's a small African American community in here, but it's tiny. It's called Seminole. Somewhere in here is Seminole. It's a tiny African American. It has a little African American community. That back in here somewhere, it's a tiny community. It's like nothing pretty much. 97. There it is, Seminole. So Seminole, this tiny neighborhood, is African American. It's a tiny African American community. I mean, and it's overrun with Latinos. So it's almost. I don't know how long this African American community is going to be around. Let me explain Hialeah to you, okay? By the way, it has the lowest murder rate of any city its size. So people say, oh, Hialeah's dangerous. Okay, let me show you guys something. Hialeah murder rate. It has some very positive crime statistics. Not this guy. Murder rates. Let's look at the murder rate of Hialeah. Okay, guys. Because, you know, people, because it's a Latino community, people have the most horrible opinion about Hialeah because it's a Latino community. Look, guys, 2 murders, 240,000 people, 2 murders. And let's compare that to Jacksonville. Jacksonville has 700 or 800,000 people, and they're up to 100 people killed this year. Katie, take over. We'll get back to Hialeah. Take over. I got a phone call I got to answer, guys. Take over for a minute, Katie. Hello, this is Jose.
Okay, I've been going to Hialeah for many years. And I've always been with Jose, but I'll tell you this. I would walk outside at 2 in the morning alone. It's that safe. It's not bad. Yeah, there's a little bit of rape certificates, but you're not going to get killed. And 2, they were probably doing something they weren't supposed to or domestic. It's not unsafe. It's fine. You could live there, no problem. Many people do. I personally would not live there, but I don't like traffic, the city, city in general. The city's okay. I bought my wedding dress in Hialeah 11 years ago, before they started having employees speak English. It wasn't bad, but I've gone to many restaurants. I've been to many businesses in Hialeah. It's a nice place. So, okay. See what you guys are thinking. Wesley Chapel, she's lying. I'm lying. It's not dangerous. I'm not accepting your comment, Jack Rock. Hialeah is not bad. I am a white woman. I go there a lot. It is it's fine. There's no problem with it. I've gone there many times. There's no problem with Hialeah. It is a safe city. It is fine. Like, if I had to live in the Miami area and I could afford to live in the Miami area, I would live in Hialeah over any place. Palacio de Jugos. I've actually been wanting to go there. Jose has this thing for Ray's Pizza in Hialeah. I've been wanting to go to Palacio de Jugos a lot. I like juice. I like cafeteria stuff. I want to go there, but I go with Jose. So we go to the places Jose wants. Or we go to like Colombian, Argentinian, and all these different types of food in the Miami area. We're not always eating in Hialeah. Broward County. You could, I don't know about many Asians, but I'm sure there are Asians in Broward County. There are some great places in Broward County. It's not a place I go very often. If I'm going to be in the area, I usually will go to Dade County, but we have done some videos there. It's nice. Yes, Hialeah is overpopulated, but it is not bad. Gibsonton is like a knockoff of Sefner. Okay. Okay. Hialeah's fine. We'll look at some Hialeah real estate real quick, and really you can get a sense of what the places are like. Okay, right off the bat, I'm seeing a property for $180,000. That may be your price range. Sold as is with all furnitures. Let's see. First off the bat, I see a washer and dryer and a refrigerator. Now that can be very handy. I love that picture right there. That's cute. Okay, it's tile throughout.
Thank you so much. I look forward to your call. Stay in touch, okay?
Okay, have a great weekend.
Look at that. Beautiful. And this is
smell this mango, Katie. I just picked a fresh mango from my backyard. I'm going to have to enjoy this mango because if we move to North Florida here in the future, very coming soon. Ow! Katie doesn't want me to talk too much about it. If we were to move, we won't be able to grow our own mangoes anymore. Katie just told me to shut up.
Yes, he has been told to be quiet.
I'm my own man, and woman's not gonna tell me what to do.
We're looking at places in Hialeah.
Hialeah, I am hermano. Hialeah, I said it.
They arguing about Hialeah.
All right, let me get in there. Let me get in on this, guys. Hold on. All right, look. All right, I'm gonna get in on this, guys. Here's the real deal with Hialeah. If you're not a Cuban or a Colombian, why would you want to live here? But if you're a Cuban and a Colombian, Sorry. Hialeah has the lowest murder rate of any city. Okay? That is, and also, the 3% that's white, American, they speak Spanish. Okay? There's America. Now, just wrap your mind around this concept. There are Americans who live in Hialeah who don't speak English, they speak Spanish. This is a Spanish-speaking community. It's a community that does not tolerate crime. If you live in Hialeah and you want to rob somebody, you better go to the next town over. Because this community, if they catch you committing, it's not like Hialeah. It's in the United States, but it's not the United States.
It's like Cuba.
It's basically Cuba or Colombia, and they do not want crime. These are Latinos who have money, who want to own real estate. We didn't come to America to live like pigs. We came to America to improve our lives. Okay? We want to own a house. Home ownership is very important. That's why the real estate prices are ridiculous, because we didn't come to America to live like pigs. If you tell a Cuban who got on a boat and risked their lives to be here, okay, you know what it's like? Have you guys ever seen a raft? Cuban raft. Have you ever seen a raft? These are Cuban rafts, okay? I'm not even going to look at the comments. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes here. I'm going to guess you guys are. If you put yourself on a raft, that is a raft, okay? If you put yourself on a raft to come to the United States on a makeshift piece of plywood, okay, this is a Haitian.
Is that a pool float?
Yeah, so if you put yourself on a raft, okay, they flip over, people die. Look at this thing. It's made out of dump truck tires. If you risk your life, this was on the news many years ago. They made a truck that floated, and they floated to America. If you put your life on a raft to come to the United States of America, you didn't come here to live in a trailer with a raccoon underneath it. You came to America to live better, to own a house. When you put yourself on a raft and paddle across 90 miles of open ocean, you're going to improve your life. You're going to do something better for yourself. You're not going to come to America, risk your life to get here, to then go and beg for money. Okay? You risk your life to come to America to live a better life. Therefore, in Hialeah, you're not going to rob somebody. If you try to rob somebody in Hialeah, you better hope the police catches you, because if the police doesn't catch you, the residents will stone you. That's why they have the lowest crime rate of any large city in the country. The lowest crime rate of any large city in the country. The highest rents. The lowest murder rate. A lot of people talk garbage about Hialeah because it's Spanish people. But let's be honest. It's a nice community. Would I want to live there? Absolutely not. The traffic is horrendous. The property prices make no sense. You know why they make no sense? Because every Latino person wants to live here. And it's an area that there's no more space for anybody else. It has the best food of any city in Florida. I don't care what you tell me. They have the best food of any city in Florida. They have the lowest crime rate. Would I want to live there? No, because it's not what I'm into. It's a traffic jam. It's overpriced. Even though it's wealthy, it still has a little bit of a hood vibe. It's not for me, I'll tell you that right now. It's not for me. But you don't have the right to say it's a crappy place if you don't live there, because you don't like it. Because it's not. They have a low crime rate. They have the lowest murder. There's a lot of stuff to be proud of if you're from Hialeah. Okay? There's a lot to be proud of this town, because their crime stats are some of the lowest crime stats of any. You can't find another city in the United States this size that has these crime stats, real estate prices, everything. And the people, like I said, try committing a crime in Hialeah and get caught. You better hope the police gets their hands on you. They don't tolerate crime. And that's really the truth about Hialeah. Would I want to live in Hialeah? Just the real estate prices alone, the answer is no. Lake Worth is crappy. Somebody's mentioning Lake Worth. So I'm back to here. Mangoes. Have you guys been to Opa-locka? Yes, I actually did a video
love
there.
it.
I did a video, Batman. I did a video of the Opa-locka flea market, bro. I did. Look. Let me find it. Let's find it. I actually did a video of the Opa-locka Hialeah flea market. That is one of the most.
That is a place we really like because it is very interesting.
It's one of the most interesting. This is the most interesting place in the world. The Opa-locka flea market. I took my white friend. It's a 40-minute video. I took my white friend to Opa-locka. He's American. He's never been to Hialeah. The Opa-locka flea market, it's like a city to its own. It's like if you you have to go, and here's the other thing about Hialeah. It feels like a Latin American country. It does not feel like America. So culturally, you're going to feel intimidated by the place, okay? But here, I walked through this entire flea market with a camera, no problems. Nobody told me anything, okay? It is a unique place. By the way, this flea market is on the north side of Hialeah. Hialeah's Cubans, Opa-locka's Haitians, and it's in the middle. So it's like a mix between Haitians and Cubans, and it's a flea market. Look at all the suitcases. Keep in mind, Miami is an international city, so people travel to Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti. So there's a lot of suitcases. It is one of the most unique places in the world, this flea market. This video should have got more views. We had Cuban pizza at a flea market. Yeah, we had pizza at a flea market. I mean, it is just you can buy T-shirts, 5 for $10, $2 T-shirts.
I get all my purses there.
They sell.
I love them.
Katie gets all her purses there, and look, they got birds, cell phones. This is one of the craziest places in the world. One of the most underrated Florida experiences is going to this flea market. I don't care what you tell me. Would I want to live here? Absolutely not. The real estate is so ridiculous. But the reason it's expensive is because a lot of Latinos want to live here. It doesn't have high crime. A lot of people say it's got a lot of crime. It doesn't have crime. It's got the lowest murder rate of any city in the country, its eyes. If it was undesirable, the real estate wouldn't be so expensive. People want to live there. Not me, but there's people that want to live there. So just being real about it, man. It's an experience. And if you're American and you go there, you will be okay. Will you be culture shocked? You will be culture shocked. It is definitely a Latin American city. By no means.
The first time I went, but I've been going a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a city that I really have grown to love.
Katie, the first time I took Katie here, she was almost crying. She was just like terrified. The first time I took Katie here, it is a Latin American city. It's not America. It's Latin America. The first time I took Katie here, she was intimidated. She was just like, what on earth is going on here? You know, she was really intimidated the first time we went. But they're actually recording a music video when we went there. What's going on here? We got an ad. No, we don't want an ad. All right, y'all. Let me go back to the comments real quick. We got 69 people on board. So, Batman, yes, I have been to the Opa-locka flea market, and it is definitely one of the most interesting places in Florida. Yes, we have very good mangoes. I don't care about the murder rates. I'd rather have space. And exactly, like, I don't want to live in an urban setting. I agree with you that Jack. I totally agree with you, Jack Rock. I totally agree with you. Like, I do not want to live. Okay, now I'm gonna hide that. See, now you're being rude, bro. You don't have to be rude. I don't want to live there either. Okay, so Jack, you live in Hialeah and you have a problem. Why do you live there? Okay, that's your own personal problem, bro. Like, I gave you my time to explain my opinion about Hialeah. If you Jack,
How I feel about it?
I gave you my time, bro. That's all I can do, Jack Rock. Jack Rock, I gave you my time. I gave you my opinion. That's all I can do, bro. We can't. If we disagree, you have the right to your opinion. Like I said, I wouldn't want to live there. I'd love to visit.
If we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, I'd go there right now. I love
Yeah,
that
if we
place.
were not in the middle of a pandemic today on a Saturday, I'd be there. Okay. Jack, if you don't like where you live, why are you there? Explain that to me. Like, I'm in Naples. I don't like this place because it's too ritzy for me. I'm leaving. I think I know why you're there, because you're making a lot of money. You're convenient, probably. I'm convenient. I'm making a lot of money in Naples. That's probably why I'm here, but not for long. I love the pet shop there. So many good memories growing up. I have I could not start to relate the memories that I have in the Opa-locka flea market. My grandma, who's no longer with me, loved going to the Opa-locka flea market, and I have memories with my grandma there, who's no longer with me. I have memories with my mom there, who's no longer with me. I have a lot of memories there, so I can definitely relate. It is a special place for a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's not going to be there forever. I think, look at this guy. You know he's Cuban. He's got the 56 Chevy. I mean, this guy, I can guarantee you, I know this guy's story. See this person right here? I don't know who they are, but I know this person's story, okay? This guy right here probably lived in Cuba and now always wanted a 57 Chevy. Was probably never something he could have. Now he's here in the United States and he has, you know, a Mercedes-Benz, a Toyota, and his 57 Chevy, and a nice little house. This guy, you can't take that away from him. That's a significant thing for this person. I mean, to him, that means something special. That's like, you have to understand what Cuban people have been through to be here. So a lot of times you might say people in Hialeah are very arrogant and they're very proud and arrogant, but crap, man, you got to understand where we came from, and that now that we're in this country, we're gonna have everything. You know, that's the thing about like Cubans. We have everything. We figure out a way to have everything. A lot of people, is that a pigeon? A lot of people in the United States don't have the motivation and the drive to do what Cubans do, because you grew up here in this country, it's not a big deal to you. But for somebody who lived in Cuba and risked their lives to come here, they're going to make something out of it. We didn't come here to live on food stamps or to be unemployed. We came to this country, we had to risk our lives to get here. You know what I mean? You have to understand the story behind these people. Are they rude? Yeah, they're rude. They're arrogant? Yeah, they're arrogant. You know? But you have to understand their story. You have to understand that, crap, man, we came from nothing. We came here with nothing. All these people here, when you leave Cuba, you don't get to keep your bank account. You don't get to keep your house. They take your house. They take everything you have. When we left Cuba in 1996, we had to borrow a glass. We broke a glass, and we had to borrow a glass from a neighbor so that the government could keep it, because they counted the silverware in our dishes in our house to make sure that when we left, everything that we had, the government could take it. When we came to the United States in 1996, the Cuban government said, a glass, you're missing one glass. And a neighbor brought a glass from their house to replace it, because they took a survey of the silverware we had in our house to make sure that when we came to America, they could take every last thing that we had. 4 houses in my family. So we came here with nothing. So now that I'm here in the United States, after coming here with nothing, I'm going to go and I'm going to beg for money on a street corner? I'm going to go and get food? No, I didn't come here for that. I came here with nothing. And all these people in Miami came here with nothing. Cubans, Haitians, we came here with nothing. So now that we're here, we're going to make something of and it's hard for, when you look at the real estate prices in Miami, and you say, wow, these real estate prices are ridiculous. Everything is difficult because everybody is trying 150%. Look, if I want to buy a house let me show you guys something. And I'm not saying we're better than anybody. I'm just saying, you want to trade places? It's too late, Jack. I already signed the contract. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, Katie? I'm sorry. Jack, I know how you feel, my brother. But let me explain why it's so difficult. Look. Citrus Hills, Florida. Let's find a nice house. Let's say 300,000 and up. Let's find something 300,000 and up. This house right here. This house is 300. How much is it? 365. 3-bedroom, 2-bath on 1 acre. This is a massive house. It's a chunk of property, big pool. They're only asking $365 for this house. Okay? Now, let's look at a house in Hialeah for the same price, $365. Let's find $365 in Hialeah. Let's find $365. Come on, guys. Let's find it. Let's find $365. We might have to tweak this here. Minimum $250, maximum $450. Let's find a house for $365. Is there anything in Hialeah for $360? Here's a $370. Okay, it's even more. Perfect example. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on 3,000 square foot lot. Let me explain something to you. 3,000 square foot lot is like nothing. This is tiny. Which one of these two houses would you rather have? Undoubtedly, the one in Citrus Springs is much better. It's on an acre. Okay? And it's bigger. It's got a pool. There's no comparing these two houses. Why is the one in Hialeah worth so much more? Because in Hialeah, the Latinos, Cubans that came from Cuba with nothing, they're not just going to give up a house. American people will give up a house. Cuban people will not give up anything. Like, once they buy something, they're not willing to give it up. And it makes no sense. It drives prices. It makes life harder for everybody. Same thing happens with employment. It's very competitive. Whether it's employment, housing, everything is too competitive. And that creates... You have to work like a slave. Everything's expensive. Is that good? Absolutely not. It's horrible. Okay? I'm not saying it's good, but I am saying, I'm explaining to you the reason why everything is so expensive in Hialeah. May it be, everything's too competitive. May it be the real estate market. May it be, whatever. It's a horrible place. It's a horrible place to, what's his sign say? I'm curious. Juana Aurora Medina Way. So, I'm not trying to say it's right. I'm just trying to explain why Hialeah is so crazy on the real estate prices. Because there's just too many people competing for the same thing. Everybody's competing. You know what I mean? Everybody's competing for everything. I wouldn't want to live there, personally. Honestly, I wouldn't. Let's get off Hialeah for a minute. So, anyways. Let me read some of these comments, guys. ¿Qué bola hacer? ¿Qué vuelta, mi hermano? ¿Qué vuelta? ¿Qué bola hacer? Dolphin Painting said, ¿qué bola hacer? Bro, I'm trying to tell these people that have a problem with Hialeah, man. Que aquí todo el mundo está al 100, mi hermano. Don't leave from where you are. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Jack, my brother. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, Jack. I know what you're trying to tell me, Jack. The grass is not always greener on the other side. I have lived here for 20 years. I do want... Look, Jack, this is not an easy choice, Jack. All my family's here in Naples. And you're right, okay? Life here is easy for me. Making money here is easy. Okay? But guess what? The average person around here lives like this. You know? This is the average person around here. And I can go and I can work for this person. The person that lives in this house, I can go work for them. And when I go work for them, they don't give me a $20 tip. They ask for a $20 discount. And I need $20 more than you do. Because you live in a $2 million house. And I live in a mobile home. The average person in the area of Florida that I'm going to move to is just like me. Being around rich people is not a benefit for a per person. All that does is make you... It gives you more opportunity. It does. But I'm a driven person, but I'm not going to work my life away for rich people when I'm not becoming rich. It's not going to happen. It's not a place for me. 20 years of my life have been here, right on this street. 20 years of my life on this same street, smelling the same people's farts. I can't do this anymore. Okay? I have lived 20 years of my life on this same exact street, dealing with the same people. I don't have any option here. This is the only street in everything else is out of, look at my zip code. Let me show you the real estate in my zip code. I can't leave this street. This is the only place in Naples I can live. I don't have options in Naples. I've lived in the same house for 10 years. Before that, I lived in the other house for 10 years. I can't even move in Naples. I have to be in this little street because it's the only thing I can afford here. Because living around here, everything, this is my zip code where I live, guys. Look at the prices in my zip code. I can't afford that. And when I go work for these people, just because they have money, doesn't mean they're going to pay you right. When I go buy a house, I have to compete against people who can buy $500,000 houses. I don't have power of acquisition. It's a dead-end road for me, it looks like. I'm sorry, but it hasn't been an easy choice to come to. It's been a very difficult thing to come to. You know?
And it's not something we decided overnight either.
Yeah, we've been at this for 2 years now. And actually, since 2012, we've been unhappy. We're not happy. Even though we're making money. Let me read through some of these comments real quick before we keep going. I hear you out, bro. I really do. Yes, Jack, you are so right. Jack Rock says, Naples will be the next Hialeah soon. That's exactly where we are. It's too competitive. It doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense anymore. I can't do it. You know? Give me a second, guys. I need some water. Can you give me water? Give me a second. I've been talking for 2 hours. I don't know. How long have we been on here for? My throat hurts from talking. Almost 2 hours. My throat hurts. I need a water. Not even talking. I'm screaming. I can't do this. Jack, you're absolutely right, my friend. Naples is going to become the next Hialeah. The people that are coming from the Northeast are outbuying everybody. The real estate's going to keep getting more expensive. And the traffic is already at a Hialeah level. This is going to become the next Hialeah. There's no doubt about it. Joe, I already told you I don't like Lake Worth. You know what they call it? Lake Worthless. Lake Worthless. So, Jack, dude, you're right, man. This is going to become the next Hialeah. I can't do it anymore. I'm stressed out. Do I make a lot of money? Yes. Is it easy to make the money? Yes. But does that mean I'm getting ahead? No, it's not. I'm not getting anywhere. I haven't got anywhere. 2 hours of screaming into this microphone, my throat hurts, guys.
Let's just
The last live stream. Okay, he wants Lake Worth. Give me a second. So,
he's always watching.
he's always watching. All right, Joe, you deserve it, man. You're a loyal follower. I'm going to show you Lake Worth. I don't like Lake Worth. How much do you make it here in Naples? Okay, look. I've never... Listen to me. God kills gangsters, stalkers. What's up with that name?
Okay.
Okay. I have never made... What's the average U.S. income? Average U.S. income. This is the average income for somebody in the United States. $60,000.
We've never made that.
We have never made average in Naples. I've never made 60. I've been here 20 years. I have never made $60,000. Never. Matter of fact, I've never made $30,000 in a year. You understand? Jack Rock says, Jose, I really like your videos on Montura Ranch. I think, yeah, dude, you'll love it. There's a lot of Cubans there, too. Let's look at Montura. Dude, you'll love it. You'll love it. You're going to love Montura Ranch. It's affordable. Jack, I think you need to go to Citrus County, my friend. Come up to Citrus County with me, man, where I'm going to move to. You'll like it there, too. What do you like being around Cubans so much? I'm Cuban, and I don't want to be around Cubans. I am Cuban. Jack, you're not Cuban, are you? I'm Cuban and I don't want to be around that many Cubans, bro. Montour Ranch is 70% Cuban, and yes, it's a beautiful place. You'll get the peace and tranquility you want, bro. I mean, that's where people from Hialeah retire. You can get an. Let me show you. Let me explain this to you guys. Show you guys where Montour Ranch is. Middle of nowhere. Dinner Island is beautiful. By the way, here's Montour Ranch. No, that's not Montour Ranch.
Do you want an orange slice?
No, I don't want to drink. Oh, it looks good. No, but I'll pass. I just my stomach's kind of. This is Montour Ranch. It's in the middle of nowhere, basically. You'll do your grocery shopping in Clewiston up here, or in Immokalee, or LaBelle too. This is Montour Ranch, guys. It's a grid pattern in the middle of nowhere. Watch out for flooding if you're buying in Montour Ranch, bro. Make sure you end up in the people will tell you. There's some areas that flood and some areas that don't. Make sure you end up in an area that does not flood, because a lot of it floods. I don't know exactly which area. I know the Northside Flood. So this area up here, all this right here, all this area up here floods. Basically, Montour Ranch is rednecks and Cubans. This area floods up here badly. The Northside floods. In fact, it floods so much that there's actual pump stations. Let me see if I can find one. Pinecone. Where's Pinecone? There's Pinecone. There's actually flood stations. There's actually pumps on this street here. Let me see if I can find them. They actually, on Pinecone, they actually have like stations that pump the water. I think it's right here. Let me see if I can find the pumps. But yeah, it floods badly. So make sure on the north side it floods. Make sure you're in an area that doesn't flood. I've met some great people out there, rednecks, Cubans. I've met awesome people out there. Really close-knit community. It's an awesome community. They really look out. Just like in Hialeah, they look out. The community is really strong here. I mean, they really look out for each other. You basically have like rednecks and Cubans. It's a really nice mix of very interesting people. The parties out here are non-stop. I mean, they roast whole pigs just about every weekend. I mean, the parties out here are insane. And then you see this area in here, all this wooded area. There's an HOA, and the HOA owns all this land. And you can go hunting, you can go ATV riding. So if you like riding ATVs, oh, here's a pump station right here. Look, this is gonna be one of the pump stations. Let me see if there's a pump station here. Yeah, here's a pump station, right? So you see the pump stations? It floods so much that they have pump stations. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. And there's areas that don't flood. So when you buy a house there, just talk to the locals, Jack, and they'll tell you. But see, they have the pumps there. That's how bad it floods. It's a very, I mean, if you like riding ATVs and stuff, and they've cleaned it up since, like, when I first went to Montour Ranch, this was like one of the scariest places I had ever been to. I mean, there was marijuana grow houses. There was just, it was a scary place the first time I went there. But they've really cleaned it up. I mean, they're really, really cleaning it up. So here we have, oh, and you can set up like your own, like, let's say the barber shop there. There's nothing there. There's like a Cuban store. There's a grocery store and a gas station. But listen to me. Even though there's legally no business there, if you need a barbershop, there's barbers. If you need anything that you need, they'll have it here. Not like out in the open, but like once you get into the community, start to meet people, there's a bar. This guy's a barber. You know, he's got a little barbershop stand in his backyard like that. So everything that you need in this community, these are hustlers. They're go-getters. You'll find it. So this guy has a Gordo, so he's Cuban because his name's Gordo, which means fat guy in Spanish. So the fat guy pet shop. Chickens, pigeons, goats, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, canaries, cockatoos, lovebirds, parakeets, pigs, etc. So this guy was literally running a pet shop out of his house. And if you need a barber, there's somebody that's a barber. If you need whatever you need, you can get it out here. So you just have to get into the loop of the community. I do know that with the COVID, they've been helping people get food and stuff. I also know that with the Hurricane Irma, the community got together. Let me show you a YouTube video that I ran across. After Irma, they gave everybody food. You know, like it's a very close knit community. Like they really do take care of their people. This is the video that I did on Montour Ranch. So this guy, I guess he uploaded a video of a panther. Let's find the flooding videos and the hurricane videos. Oh, here we go. This is what they do out there. The ATV guys. So this guy, Hog Heaven, if you want to check him out, he lives out there, I guess. So this is what you do out there, bro. You ride ATVs, and they own like a giant area that is part of the community. So if you live in this community, you have access. You have to pay like $100 a year or something. It's like a membership fee you have to pay. But the HOA owns a lot of land, and you can just go out there and have a blast. So if you really want that country, rural, it's a lot of fun out there. And it's a lot of like Cubans from Miami. I'm telling you, it's rednecks and Cubans out there. It's something else, man. So I hope you can realize your dream and be out there. It's a lot of fun to be out there, and just awesome area, awesome community. It's not for everybody. If you like shopping and being near shopping and restaurants and stuff like that, this is definitely not the place for you. But overall, you know, I mean, look at these YouTube videos. Tell me these people are not having fun. These people are having a world of fun, y'all. You know, like, tell me these people are not having fun. Let me put Irma here so I can show you guys how the community got together. See, the flooding is really bad on the streets, right? There's all the flooding, but they got together and they throw parties. See a wedding? The parties in Montour are off the scales. Dude, they throw parties out there like you wouldn't believe. Look at the stuff YouTube is recommending that I watch. You gotta crack up with things. Okay, so a wedding in Montour Ranch. You know? Parties out there are every weekend. Look, parties out there are every weekend. Weddings, just parties. It doesn't even matter what, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy out there. It's something else. It's not for everybody. It's for rednecks and Cubans, basically. All right, guys. I already live in. Let's start here. I will stick with home buying in Naples. Some of those areas are pretty bad. Okay. I know what to expect, too. I know the drugs are bad up there. Sean Hogan says, I already live in Citrus County, but want to make the jump into Indian River County. Dude, I didn't like Indian River County, to be honest. Let's look at it real quick. I was just recently there. It may be for you. Again, because I don't like it, doesn't mean you won't like it. Tell me what you like about Citrus County, because that's what I'm thinking about. Indian River County. Okay, this is Indian River County. Vero Beach, I didn't like it. And I know there's people watching right now who might be living in this place, so don't take offense to it. I'm just giving my personal opinion, right? Personal opinion. The south side of Vero Beach to me was trashy. Some streets weren't even paved. There's no character. There's no restaurants. There's nothing to do. And again, if you live there, don't take offense, but it just seemed bland. Like ultra bland, like boring, like, oh, what do you do for fun here? Like, and then the water is way over here. Like, look, there's no, like, Lakewood Park, I did a video here. All this in here. I didn't like it. It was so bland. You know, like, I couldn't live there, man. I need to live somewhere that there's something to do. I could not live here. It's just houses. Look at it. It's nothing but houses. There's no businesses. There's no restaurants. This is Vero. Then you have the town of Vero. Lots of homeless people downtown. What is up with all the homeless people? It seems like Vero seemed like a place where there's a lot of Karens. I noticed a few Karens driving around. You know what I mean? Like, who's calling?
Monty.
I have to answer that. Katie, tell them about Sebastian Vero. I gotta answer this phone call, guys. I'll be right back. I'll leave Katie with you guys for a minute. I'm gonna leave Katie for a minute. I gotta answer this one. Hey, how are you?
Good morning, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
Hey. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at some things real quick. Look up Sebring. Okay, I will take the suggestion and we'll do it. Okay. Let's take that off. We're gonna make sure we look at single family houses, because that's what a lot of you are probably wanting. The person, Batman, yes, Publix does not go into poor places. Yeah, they just don't go into like the hood. Winn-Dixie is everywhere. I think they're trying to get a wider, broad. Okay. You live in Orlando, Broward, or Tampa? Just depends on what you're looking for, really. Tampa's nice. Why? Okay. We'll do this. Okay, new construction in Sebring. It's not a big lot, but let's see what this new construction is about. You see the roof? It is a metal roof. It's so nice. It's cute look. Got a garage, got a swing in the front, air conditioning. 200,000 brand new, no pool. Seems like a nice property. They really decorated this. Brand new appliances. You gotta see, is this house worth $200,000? This would be in Naples, 600,000, depending on the neighborhood. This would be like 140 in LaBelle, I believe. Okay. I'm not seeing anything special that I would pay 200 for this. Let's look at some other houses. Okay, this isn't contingent. So let's see what this is all about. 7 pictures. Ooh. Okay, but this was 80,000. 79 or whatever. Got a little porch and an ugly kitchen. So it's just, would you spend that money? Okay, here is 120. And it has 9 pictures. Okay, a newly remodeled kitchen in your 120,000 range. Nice French doors. Floors are in really good shape. A lot of it has been remodeled. That front door is nice. And you're at 120 and you get, it's a 2-1, but it is very nice. Let's see where this house is, because I know there are, I don't remember if that neighborhood is good or not, but it is nice. It's a nice property for your bang for your buck. 3-2, 140,000. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Everybody wants Lake Worth now. Okay, Lake Worth. I have no idea about that one. Where's the best place in Southwest Florida? Safe with lots to do. Okay. It depends on, for Southwest Florida, Naples is really safe. It depends on your budget. Lehigh, I would avoid it. Cape Coral is got a lot of things, lot going for it. LaBelle is nice. Came from New York. Okay, I'll do the Lake Worth in just a moment, because I think Jose's gonna be a while. Okay. So I see this property. Nothing special about it. Nothing special. For 120, you're getting a nicer house, but this is a little bit bigger. 194 foreclosure, looks brand new. 120, 3-2. Let's see what that one looks like, because we were at the same price for the other one. See, this one looks a lot nicer. Let's see the kitchen. So much nicer. So you just have to really scout out the places. If this were in my budget, I'd get it. I'd look at it. I'll have Jose look at this one. I'll save it. You never know. Okay, Joe, we're gonna do this. Here you go, Joe. Lake Worth. Okay, the first thing I'm seeing here is the foreclosure for 86. 86,000. It is small property. It looks like it has like linoleum. Okay, some tile. Ooh. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so you're going to have to spend a little bit more money. Lake Worth, we did not like it. We did not like it because there was a whole bunch of homeless people walking around. Jose, we had to look for an hour for him to go to the bathroom. 1 hour. We went to a gas station. They told him to go behind the dumpster, because that's where everyone's going, because they don't allow public bathrooms. So if you're out and about, you better wait till you get home. And behind the dumpster was like feces, and it was like an inch, a foot thick, what he said. It was gross. We went to grocery store, everything. So if you gotta go. I mean, this was before the pandemic. You're out of luck. You better wait till you get home. 215. We saw many drug deals in this area. I don't think it's a good opportunity, but hey, this may be okay with you. Let's see what the comments are. Port St. Lucie. We did not like it, but we'll look at it in a moment. Cape Coral is really nice. I have family that lives in Cape Coral, and they really like it. So, It's not my cup of tea. I could have moved there a few years ago. I just didn't. And now we're moving. I want out of Southwest Florida. I've lived in Fort Myers when I was in high school. I really didn't like it. Okay, this is comparable to like what you'd find a house in Naples Park, like this. It is a nicer neighborhood, so this is $400,000. And a lot of people moving to Florida are in for less than this. But if you want to live in that area, this is what you can expect, type of thing. The kitchen it's nice, but it is outdated. You do have new appliances, but it is an outdated kitchen. If that's something that you just replace, fine. Look at that. It's decent. It's more than livable. You're dealing with a small yard. But some things have been remodeled in this, some things have not. But look at what you're spending, $400,000. And your lot is going to be really small. Let's look at the street view for this house. It doesn't look bad, but look at this. You're seeing garbage cans in the middle of the street. It's a nice area, but you're going to deal with some issues like with anywhere. Okay, let's look at another house. 219. And this looks... no photos. 270. That's a good... that might be a price range in someone's thing. There is a lot to do around Lake Worth. It is in a metropolitan area. It's not something I'd be... they put the photos from Home Depot on here.
Home Depot.
Who does that?
Home Depot, right? Home Depot, no. Home Depot.
Why? Okay, I'm not seeing anything I like here. And we've looked at a few houses. Let's look at this in a lower price range.
What are you looking at?
Lake Worth.
You can't afford that.
This is for Joe.
Why would you want to live in Lake Worth?
I don't.
Lake Worth
He's still talking about it. He's still talking about it.
Bro, you don't want to be there. I'm telling you. The crime is insane. There's gangs. There's just... you don't want to be there.
We already looked at one house. It was
you know what they call it?
$400,000. And it wasn't remodeled very well.
Bro, the crime there is insane. You don't want to be there. I'm telling you. I was there for like 2 days, and I was like, you go to a gas station at night, and the attendant's talking to you about how he's afraid he might get robbed. It's bad. The homelessness. I mean, go there and spend some time there. Have you been there? Spend some time there. You may not like it. If you're sensitive to homelessness, crime, people begging you for money, people aggressively begging you for money. Let me get in there for a minute. We got a conference at 10 a.m., so on the phone with the brothers. All right, guys, so we have to be out by 10 a.m. We have a Zoom meeting we got to be part of at 10 a.m. So we're not going to be here forever. By 10 o'clock, we got to be closed today because I have a Zoom meeting I have to participate in. Sorry I had to check out. I got to take, when that phone rings, I got to take care of it. I heard Port St. Lucie, very high crime rate. I haven't heard that, bro. Did you talk to Sean Hogan about Indian River County?
No.
Actually, the person I just talked to on the phone lived in the area that I want to move to, and he totally understands why I want to be there. Just on a little detail. Northport, I hear it's stay away from US 41. If you're going to Northport, stay as far to the north and as far to 75 as possible. Stay away from US 41 in Northport. And also, there's people moving into Northport from Sarasota and Bradenton, and they may not be the best couple of people. So Northport may be going in the wrong direction. I don't know that. That's what my subscribers are telling me. No, Orlando, me moving to Orlando, I would rather go back to Cuba than move to Orlando. It's not my place, my friend. I couldn't do it.
I'd rather go to
If I had to pick between Cuba and Orlando, I would probably pick Cuba. Nothing against Orlando. Personal stance, not my type of place. Traffic, inland, no thanks. Okay, most of Southwest Florida, Hayes, Vamp, most of Southwest Florida is good. Naples is nice. South Fort Myers suburbs are nice. Cape Coral's nice. Venice is very nice. It's all safe. There's the only areas that are dangerous are Naples Manor, Golden Gate City, some parts. City limits of avoid city limits of Fort Myers for a fact. Avoid North Fort Myers. Avoid that's about it. You know, Bradenton and Sarasota, stay out of those places. I don't like those places.
I told him to stay away from Lehigh.
Lehigh, oh yeah, Lehigh. Do not fall into Lehigh Acres. That's the biggest mistake. Cape Coral, Naples, the nice side of Fort Myers and suburbs on the south side. Venice is a beautiful city. Port Charlotte doesn't have crime. Punta Gorda doesn't have crime. You'll find the right place. Watch my videos for sure. You'll get a lot of. I mean, I do a lot of Southwest Florida, so. Cape Coral to Port St. Lucie, I would definitely go with Cape Coral. Let me tell you why I would go with Cape Coral. Cape Coral versus St. Lucie. Let's just zoom across the state. Where are we now? Vero Beach. Sorry about the phone calls, guys. I have to. When the phone rings, I gotta make that money. So you guys ask me why I sometimes do my live streams. Why do I do my live streams at 2 in the morning? Because at 2 in the morning, nobody's calling me. In the daytime, that phone could go off 10 times a day in the morning or something. So, Port St. Lucie, look, man, I'll be honest. I know I have family that lives there. Kind of family. I don't know if they're exactly family. Kind of, yeah, I guess they're family. They're family. Not like the closest relationship, but look, Port St. Lucie is not on the water. It's inland. It's got beaches. Jansen Beach was just beautiful, nice beaches. It doesn't have a. It's all like doesn't have a real town center. It's just all houses. Look, the whole thing is houses. It's got neighborhood things here and there, okay, but it doesn't have like a solid downtown. It doesn't have. You know, these are all shopping centers. It's a. It sounds wrong. It doesn't have structure of a city. Okay, now Cape Coral, the whole thing is structured. It has a grid pattern. It has a downtown with look at how many restaurants are there. There's like 100 restaurants, Cuban, everything you can think of. It's a structured place. There's bars. There's downtown, and then you can hop over into Fort Myers, and they got stuff going on. It doesn't have any beaches, but you can ride down. Let's say you come down the bridge, you run up down here, boom, you're in Fort Myers Beach or Sanibel Island. By the way, Sanibel Island's beautiful, Captiva's beautiful, so you're close to all that. It's a structured city. The main roads have businesses popping up. Everything is brand new. It's more of a city structured type of place. And then there's more businesses along this road. Let's see how many businesses there's going on. They have canals with golf access. St. Lucie doesn't have that. Let's see here. Yeah, there's practically no golf access in any of the city, where Cape Coral has golf access. So, vibes. Cape Coral is younger. There's a lot of people from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. So you have a more modern vibe. You know, it has a more hip feel to it. You have people from the Northeast. It's got a more hip feel to it. You know, I would relocate to Cape Coral. And you also have Fort Myers right there, which is, you know, more shopping, more things to do. A lot of people in Cape Coral can work as far down as Bonita Springs or Naples, which is a great area. So, to me, I don't see how Port St. Lucie could be better than... You have Stewart, but Stewart can't compare to Fort Myers. It has some beautiful waterways, but this is all private. Like, see how beautiful this is? I was so disappointed when I went to Stewart. You have all this. This is all private stuff. You can't get in here. Like, the nice areas are all private. You got all this pretty, beautiful stuff. It's all private. Where in Cape Coral, you have Estero Bay down here. It's not exactly there, but you have Estero Bay. And all this, you can access all these areas. So, and then you have more areas over this way you can access. You can boat all the way around here. there's better access to do stuff, you know. And if you have a boat, you can get out here and go to Captiva, all these areas, book $1,000. You could go on a boat from Cape Coral to book $1,000 if you're willing to, you know, be on a boat for an hour or two or something. I think Cape Coral's a better option between the two. I really do. What about Northport? We covered that. Orlando sucks. We're gonna show that. I agree. I used to live in Fort Myers Beach. Wow, that's an expensive place, brother. The Fort Myers Beach, let me tell you what, these vacation rentals have destroyed Fort Myers Beach. Just about everything in Fort Myers Beach is now a vacation rental. Just about everything. They make so much money on the vacation rentals in Fort Myers Beach, and the traffic is horrendous. Living in Fort Myers Beach has to be the most unpleasant experience possible. Everything is vacation rentals. It can take 45 minutes to get out of Fort Myers Beach easily to an hour. It has just become the most unbearable experience. Living in Fort Myers Beach, the vacation rentals have destroyed Fort Myers Beach. I don't think there's anywhere else that has had just a negative impact from vacation rentals like Fort Myers Beach. Esther says, hello, Jose. Hello, Esther. How are you doing? Plan on moving to Sanibel in a few years, now in upstate. Bro, if you can afford to live on Sanibel, you ain't got a worry in the world, my friend. Felicia Lopret. Felicia says Marco Island. Yeah, Marco Island is nice. If you can afford to live in Marco Island or Sanibel, if you can afford it, do it. That's what I tell people. Like, if it's a place like that and you're able to afford it, there's nothing to, like, if you can afford to live in Sanibel, Marco Island, yeah, do it. You can afford that, do it. Enjoy your life. You're lucky. Andrew says, my parents lived in Vero Beach. Nice, but not much there. Yeah, there's not much there. Fort Pierce is crime. Yeah. I think if you went into a dictionary and you wrote Fort Pierce, it would just say crime. Fort Pierce is a miserable place. Do not move there. Please give your opinions about Jacksonville for Latinos. Sue, Jacksonville is increasingly becoming a very attractive place for Latinos. Apparently, you know, Jacksonville is the least Latino of the large cities in Florida. That is changing rapidly. Latinos are expanding. Just too many Latinos are sick of living in Orlando, Tampa, Miami, high real estate prices. The real estate prices are going to drive Latino. I can see Jacksonville being, I know it sounds crazy, but I can see Jacksonville in the future being 17 to 23% Latino. And I know that sounds crazy, but I really see Jacksonville. Most of the Latinos are, from what I understand, in Arlington. There's a lot of Cubans here and Dominicans. And it's a mix of, it's not just like an overwhelming chunk. Like Puerto Ricans, boom, right in the middle of Lakeland or Polk County or Orlando. And then Puerto Ricans also in Tampa, and then Cubans in Tampa, or Colombians and Armenia in Tampa. Jacksonville is more balanced. It's kind of like spread out evenly throughout the whole town. I don't like when an area becomes like all Latinos live. I like, you know, spread out nice and evenly. I think is better than just one entire section of the city that's all Latino. Give me a second. I'm sipping some water. I hear that Arlington is where the Latinos are. There's a really nice Latino. Oh, here it is, guys. It's on 103rd. Now, this is a very infamous area of Jacksonville. This Walmart here, the Walmart on 103rd, is kind of like, okay, there's two people fighting outside. I don't know if this is staged or if this is real. But this situation pretty much describes, and then later on the cops are here. Yeah, this Walmart is just, it's an infamous area. It looks like a fight. I don't know if this is staged because they saw the Google truck come through, but something tells me this is probably not staged, because I don't know if it's staged or not. But anyways, you will notice that this Walmart here is pretty much they might have been playing around because see they're kind of backed off. But anyways, this Walmart is notorious. So this is a notorious area. But there's this restaurant here. It's called El Mofongo. I want to check this out. It's Cuban and Dominican. Come on, you put Cubans and Dominicans together in one place, the food has to be amazing. I think Jacksonville is going to become more Latino increasingly. As Latinos move into Jacksonville, the real estate prices are going to go up. Latinos like to buy real estate. They're not much of a... When Latinos migrate to an area, the first thing they do is they buy real estate. I think in the future, finding real estate in... here's another one, La Bodega Original. So there's starting to be a lot more Latino restaurants. This is a 5.0 out of 45. That's difficult. Ooh, that looks good. Look at that, guys. The food in Jacksonville is beyond any... There's no other town that's got better food than Jacksonville. So I like Jacksonville. I'm actually... If Citrus County doesn't work out for me, I might do Jacksonville. The problem with Jacksonville is how ghetto it is and how hood it is. And they've killed 100 people in Jacksonville this year. The gangbanging is on us. Here's another one, like a Mexican restaurant. So it looks like this area of Jacksonville has a lot of Latinos. This along... I guess this is a south side, or what do they call this? Lakeshore? San Juan? Yeah, this area right here has a lot of Latinos. This whole area in here. This whole area, yeah, this is like a Latino area. So I guess in this area of Jacksonville, there's a lot of Latinos in here. I think it's a good place for Latinos. Latinos are going to move into Jacksonville. And Jacksonville was a city that was exempt from Latinos in the past, except for there was a small Puerto Rican population. Lots of Cubans. I saw Jacksonville. I saw Cubans when I was there recently. So it's starting to become more of a Latino area. It's going to drive up the real estate prices, and the economy is going to uptick for sure. Latinos bring with them progress. Here's El Jefe. See what I mean? Like this whole area is... We might be considering this area. Yeah. I think Jacksonville. Then what scares me about Jacksonville is the crime, to be honest with you. I like Jacksonville. I think the crime. I like diversity. I'm Latina, but I don't want to live in a community that's... Esther, I agree with you. I am Latino, but I don't want to... I want to be in a community that's 20% Latino, let's say. Like, I'm Latino, and a lot of Latinos have that sentiment. It's not, and it doesn't just happen with Latinos. It happens with whites. It happens with blacks. It happens with everybody. Nobody wants to live in a place that is predominantly one thing because we like diversity. Diversity makes places good. Lakewood Ranch, if that's, I would rather go with Naples, to be honest. If I was considering Lakewood Ranch, if that's what you're into, then that's what you're into. Let me go through some of these comments. We got a lot of comments here, guys. So, Sue, I try to give you the best answer I could. Yes, there are about the traffic. Every year, old person drove into the Winn-Dixie there. I'm not liking it. Okay. Andrew says, real estate and development went up a lot since I lived there. Yep, it sure has. We got some hearts from Sue. But it's high crime in Arlington. Yeah, I hear it's high crime. Jacksonville, that's the problem with Jacksonville. The crime is out of control. It's become a predominantly dangerous area. It's always been that way, and it's uptaking now. 100 people whacked this year. That's horrible. 100 people they've killed, and we're not even halfway through we're halfway through the year, and they've already killed 100 people this year. Jacksonville's on a bad trend, and I'm going to guess that they're mostly African American. And they don't even do drive-bys in Jacksonville. They do hop-outs where they chase you down. Let's see what's going on here with Jacksonville murder. It's scary, guys. It's really trending in the wrong way. Let's look at the news. New zip code sees spike in homicides. Okay, so I hope I don't get commercials here. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're going to get commercials. I can hear my computer starting to... This zip code seems to be the worst. They're having a lot of trouble here. So this area, let's find out where this area is. They're having a lot of trouble in Jacksonville, guys. And it's a shame because it's a city that offers a lot. It really is a city that offers a lot. It's a fun city. It's got affordable real estate. Unfortunately, wait, look at way up there. Oh, that's a big zip. Yeah, that's the hood. Unfortunately, this area, for the community and for the people that live there, it's an African American community, and it's very unfortunately that this is the area that's most of the crime is centered around. It's a community that just has been taken over by inner city crime. You know, lots of bad things going on in this area, and it's very unfortunate for the people in this community. It's a community that's struggling, to be honest. Very sad the amount of street level crime that they're facing in Jacksonville. Disappointing. It's a great city. It's a great people. I wish they didn't have if they weren't facing these problems. It's a great city, but the crime is keeping people out. It's there's too much disparity, I guess, in that African American community. There's just too many people resorting to crime. It's sad. This is a great town, by the way. I really feel bad for the people that live there and are from there, and they have to deal with so much gangbanging. And it's straight up gangbanging. It's you know, very sad. Okay, Miami has the best Cuban food. Yeah, Miami does have the best Cuban food. Can't compare with Dade County. Dade County is good. When it comes to food, Dade County is the top. Miami, you should become a real estate broker. Donald, listen, we're going to do a lot of changes in our lives. In Naples, I'm never going to amount to anything. Because, let me just be honest, and I know this doesn't sound pretty. I'm overweight, my teeth are messed up, and I'm Hispanic. I'm never going to be able to carry on in this town being who I am as a realtor. Now, if I move to North Florida, I actually have more of a social advantage. To be a real estate broker, you have to have some type of social mobility that I don't have here. When I moved to North Florida, it's all about credibility. Like, I don't want to be one of these realtors that are selling people. I don't. If I do become a realtor, I would have to first get my GED. Now, the easy thing to do, Katie's already got her high school. She started college and all that. She didn't finish it, but she started college. So Katie could have more credentials, even though she's not as apt. I could be a better realtor than Katie.
You really could.
I really could, but maybe because she's so simple and humble, she could be people would trust her because she doesn't have this bulldog appearance about her. So me and Katie could be a great team. We just need to have the education. You need a license for that. You need a nice home base. We are working towards that. And we're going to be more credible. We're going to be more honest, more transparent. We were going to be the best that we can be within our capacity. Not in comparison to other people, because it's not about what other people do. It's what's the best I can. Like, I'm not going to sit here, and there's realtors here that are selling $1 million houses. I'm never going to do that. Like, I could never be a $1 million house realtor here in Naples, because the type of buyer and the type of seller is going to discriminate me because they want a certain profile for the realtors, and I don't have that. You know, they want. So I don't have the possibility to do it here, but I'm going to get to it when I move to North Florida. I'm going to get my GED. Katie's going to get her real estate license before me. And I'm credible. When I tell you something, people are going to believe it because it's the truth. It's hard for people to trust realtors when they're just after a commission, and that's that. We'll get to that, okay? So Donald, to answer your question, I should become a realtor. I will become a real estate broker, but I have to find a place where I can do it more successfully. And here, I'm not going to have that opportunity here because the buyers here, they're very discriminatory, and when they see my appearance and it's not going to work. You know, it's all the odds are stacked against me. And I'm sorry that's a little blunt, but it's the truth. And well, it's incredible that as a Latino, I am actually in a more advantageous position, moving to an area that is predominantly Republican, you could say, country, rural, than in the city amongst people who are supposed to be more diverse, whatever that means. So I need to find a place where I can have better social and economic mobility. I don't have economic mobility here because it's like a closed circle where they don't let you in. You know what I mean? These people here, you know, economical oppression is within. You might not realize this. I've worked in companies where I have felt that I'm more capable than my managers. And everybody deep down, guys, these companies, these people that I've worked for, they know that I'm more capable than all their employees put together. I've worked in companies, and they know I'm more capable because when you have somebody who's bright and has everywhere I've worked, for other people, I've advanced, and they know that. But there's something about hierarchy that makes let's say, white woman, and I'm not talking down on white people, I'm married to a white woman, I'm not talking down on anybody, I'm just being honest, okay? A white woman with less ability and less capacity than me is more socially able to have just better outcome, better job opportunities. Even within the same company, they're not going to give me the same opportunities, the same ability, because there's a social structure that keeps certain people in higher places than other people. Like these companies, and even if I'm a Hispanic, and these companies are owned and run by Hispanics, and they are still not going to give me as another Hispanic the opportunity to have me judged only by my talent and abilities. I'm judged by who I am. So here you have a company of 50 employees, and the people who have the best ability, the best leadership, the best skills, the best insight on business, those people are not the ones who are moved to the top. The people who are moved to the top are the ones who are within a social atmosphere, certain backgrounds and stuff. Like, let me give you an example. People from England, whether they're a normal person from England, they're just going to land in a higher social. And this is throughout the whole entire world. I'm not talking about from a U.S. standpoint. This is the entire world. Okay? If I moved to Haiti right now, you know what I would be? A white man. I would just automatically land higher than everybody else in that society for the most part. If I move to China, they admire white people, so you just move up the social ladder. So I'm in a place where I couldn't be a realtor here in Naples because I would be at the bottom of that social ladder. And this isn't something that laws or regulations are going to do. It's something that we subconsciously put different people in different places. Like, let's get off that subject. It's a little bit, I don't even want to talk about that. I mean, I do feel that for me to be a realtor here in Naples, it's like the things that I want to accomplish in my life, I can't do them here. I have to go somewhere else. Like, I've worked for companies where the owner is Hispanic, the managers are Hispanic. They know I'm more skilled, they know I have better abilities, yet they still won't give me the same opportunities that they give a random white person just because they're white. And these are Hispanics like me. So it's not a discriminatory thing. It's in our minds, we should give certain people better treatment. Yeah. Or somebody said, Blanquito, Mo flat boy, Blanquito said, try being a poor white boy. Same thing happens within whites. Look at Boston, Massachusetts. So you want to talk about a place like Boston, Massachusetts? By the way, great people. They're the best paying customers that I have are from Boston. Definitely not talking down on people from Boston. Some of the best customers that I've had, best paying people are from Boston. But within that city, they have Irish, they have German, Puerto Rican, and they have like a social status, like a ladder of social within that own community, where even within the whites, they exclude, like Irish are treated this way, German are like within that same group of people in that city, there's like a social structure, you know? And like when we hired people, I lived in Naples, and when somebody from Boston would come, just because they were from Boston, Massachusetts, they would land so high on the social ladder of, you have people that get paid better, you have people that, they're getting paid better and stuff, and they get better treatment and all that. Those people from Boston, Massachusetts, because that's where they were from, they had that Boston accent, they would land so high on the ladder, and they had no skills, no abilities, nothing. But simply because they're from Boston, Massachusetts, they had landed so far up that social ladder in all the jobs. I'm just like, these people have no skills, nothing. Like, if we were just if they were gonna judge people solely on their ability to work, their talents, the way they handle people, how their character, how productive they are, this guy was like a dishwasher material. You know what I mean? But he's the face of the company because of where he's from. And again, you can't just blame that on only blame that on whites, because again, I've worked for Latino-owned companies where the Latino owner gives white people better treatment than Hispanics, even though he knows downright that some of the Latino workers there had much better abilities and skills. And I know African American people can feel the same way. So it's just engraved in our minds. Let's get off that subject for real. Jose, I mentioned this once before in one of your videos. The best agent is the one who is retired and receives a pension from that career and not chasing the commission. Yeah. Esther, I'm going to do something soon with a real estate agent. The ones that are out, that deserves a whole video to itself. Guys, I promise you guys I had to be out here by 10 a.m. We're approaching 10 a.m. I know the conversation is very strong right now. We're getting into some good stuff. We'll have to catch up on a different occasion. Esther, your question about realtors being retired or young people with kids, very relevant. This comment here, I'm going to highlight it so everybody can see it. Read that comment, and we're going to have to touch base on that. I'm going to work with a realtor here soon, hopefully. She's retired, and she wants to help people. It's a person who doesn't have any monetary incentive. In fact, she's helping me do stuff that she should be charging me for right now. Really good people. Those are the types of realtors you want. They're doing it because it's their mission in life to help you buy a house. They want to help fulfill your dreams. They're not taking advantage of the fact you need a house. Excuse me. So definitely, Esther, you have made a solid point. I know a realtor in that position, and I'm trying to coordinate working with them for a few video projects that are going to benefit me, and it's going to benefit you guys a lot. And they are very reputable. I mean, among the best. So I'm just waiting for things to work out. Sue says, I agree, 100% Hispanics are given a real hard time simply to go up the ladder. Yeah. And not only do you start low on the ladder, but you also can't get up the ladder, Some people are given a 12-foot ladder. Some people are given a 6-foot ladder. It means no matter how high you climb up, you're not getting, I feel that sometimes I would work for a company and somebody would get a 12-foot ladder and I would get a 6-foot ladder. Even if I climb to the top, it's only a 6-foot ladder. So even the ladder they get is taller. And again, you cannot blame that institutionalized discrimination on a particular group, because your own group will do it to you. Being bilingual is a plus, I agree, especially here in Florida. Guys, we're approaching the time that I need to sign out. It happens in all industries. It's all about who you know, not what you know. Exactly. And Andrew, if I was the CEO of a company, before I look at the credentials from a academic standpoint of an individual, which is important, by the way, because to obtain academic degrees, you have to be a disciplined person. Okay? If you haven't accomplished, like, I'm a high school dropout, you can automatically assume that I'm a very I don't endeavor at anything really. There's a reason why it makes sense to a degree. But a lot of very successful business people really give people opportunities. So it's understandable that the credentials of an individual matter. That's common sense. If you obtain so much education, you endeavor to be more educated. So it makes sense to a degree. But even like the president was recently signed a law or something where he said, forget about schooling. What can you, like, I guess that's how he manages a lot of his employees. It's like, it's not about how educated you are on paper. It's about what can you do for me. If I was a CEO, if I found somebody that was talented, I would educate them. Like, I would literally educate them. And there's companies that do that. There's companies that, I'm going to show your comment, but try to watch that language, buddy. Blanquito, watch the language, man. There are companies that when they find a talented individual, they personally pay to educate that person because they say, okay, this person's got talent. Let's educate this person so this person can be a better asset to us. So I'm not saying that your academic accomplishments are insignificant. They help. But sometimes you'll find an individual who's definitely skilled, talented, motivated. They just haven't had the opportunity. And you will find companies that will educate people and recognize the talent that they have. But you know what happens? Most of those people are better off working for themselves. That's why I work for me. Because I'm not going to put up with somebody else's... I'm not going to let somebody else limit what I can do. Like right now I have a junk removal company. The only reason I don't have 5 people working for me and 5 trucks driving around town is because I don't want to do it. But if I wanted to do it, I would accomplish it. It's just not within the type of goals that I want to set for myself. I'm the boss. I set the bar. I tell myself this is what I'm capable of. I'm not going to let somebody else I'm not going to let somebody else dictate for me what I can do. I'm going to set my own limits, not somebody else. And that's why I'm self-employed. Yes, I'm currently working with one. He is amazing. Cool. It happens in all industries. It's all who you know and what you know. Esther says, as for Latinos holding you back from, sounds like he doesn't want the competition. He doesn't want you to become his Exactly. You know what, Esther, you've made a solid point. And you know why you've made a solid point? Because my boss, he advanced in the social ladder. Listen to this. The boss that I'm referring to, and I know this because I've talked to other people. I didn't know that directly from him. I didn't know this when I worked for his company. After I quit for him, other people that know him and have told me what happened. You're so right, Esther. You are brilliant. You're on point. You've said 2 things now that have just incredibly amazed me. This is another one. He started to work for a company. He learned everything there was to learn about the company. Now he runs his own company. So he stole that business model from somebody else. So he's probably thinking, I got to hold this kid back because if I let him know too much, he's going to steal my business model. So definitely, and I did learn a lot from him. The only thing that I did in this company was learn his business model. And I apply it, not to the same business, but I apply it in different trades. So guys, everybody, Blanquito, Esther, Andrew, everybody here right now, I wish I could continue with you guys further. But at 10 a.m. I have a Zoom meeting that I need to participate in. So I do have to check out. Joel says, you definitely don't want to expand your business just to make more money. Not worth it. No, it's not worth it. Why would I want to be... if I start making a lot of money, I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. It's just going to bring more money, more problems, more everything. Why would I want to complicate... Like, if I really wanted my company to have 5 employees, I could do that. But then I would have to... I don't want to get into it. I don't even want to think about what it would take to do it. I just don't want to do it. Like, I'll be successful and driven at something I enjoy. I'm going to be successful and driven at something that isn't what I want to do just to make money. My mind won't let me do that. My mind will let me be something that I want to do. That I feel I feel like I'm more for more. I can do more. I'm not gonna let somebody else limit that for me. Definitely. Guys, we're having an awesome conversation. I have a Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. I have to check out of this meeting and get ready for my other meeting. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for this conversation we've had. I really think we're a great group of people having some very awesome conversations. Even though we're here to talk about Florida, we're really talking about real estate. We're talking about investing. We're talking about employment. Like we have an awesome group of smart people here, and you guys bring so much to the table. You guys are bringing so much to the table as far as making this channel awesome. Like you guys,
come on later today.
we might go on later today if we have a chance. We have a lot going on. I've really enjoyed this opportunity to chat with you guys. I didn't think we were going to be on here for almost 3 hours, but we almost made 3 hours today. So it's been a great thing to be here with you guys. I love you guys all. Stay strong. Have a beautiful day. Remember to give a smile to somebody. This is the first live with you. I'll pay closer attention to my list. Yeah, please join Esther. You are an awesome asset. You guys are awesome. I praise you all. Big hug. A big Corona hug to everybody on here. It's a virtual hug, so big hug to everybody. Stay strong. Be positive. Be friendly. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to check out. You guys are the best. Remember to donate to our channel. If you're able to, you can go to the main page and click the donate. When you go to my channel, I'll show you guys real quick. You can go right here and go to donate to our channel. You can click here. Once you make a donation, you'll be allowed to give a comment. It'll log you into your PayPal. When you click there, donate to this channel, you'll be able to send me a text message, and you can send me your cell phone number. And if you need consulting on anything Florida, we can do like $100 for an hour, or we can do like, and then after that, like $60 an hour. So if you need consulting, like on a personal level, Jose, I want to move to Florida. I'm thinking about this area. Obviously, I can't really do that live because there's some things you can't really publish and stuff like that. But if you need private consulting, if you're gonna move to me, some of these realtors it's not even December yet, and some of these realtors are lighting people up like Christmas trees. These realtors are lighting people up like Christmas trees. So make a $20 donation. Once you've made the donation, you can send me a message with your phone number. You can contact me directly in private, and then from there, pay the consulting fee, and I'll give you specific information. If you think your realtor is about to light you up like a Christmas tree, I'll pull the plug on them for you, or I'll just give you information that can help you. So if you need specific information, I'm here for you guys. I have to check out. You guys be safe, everyone. COVID-19 is real. Thank you, Andrew, for your input. It's no joke. Stay safe. Big Corona hug to everybody. Love you guys. Stay safe. Stay safe. Please don't trust realtors. We're going to talk more on trusting realtors. And I'm going to interview a realtor that I think is amazing. I have to check out, guys. I got a Zoom meeting. You guys are the best. We're out. Please, if you're able to, make a donation. And if you need consulting, once you make that initial donation, you'll be able to send me your number, and I'll reach out back to you. And we can have some nice inter-exchange of whatever information you need, if you really need that. If you don't need it, don't. If you're thinking about moving to Florida and you really need that information, especially if you're an investor, and we're going to make some improvements so that we can have better people. I'm out. I got to go, guys. Love y'all. Stay strong. Bye. Out.